Piece Podcast. Hi everyone, I'm Miles Weston.
And I'm Kerry Phillips.
And this is the Set Piece Podcast.
And this is where we talk about everything to do with football, mental health and well-being.
Today, we got my brother, Mr. Inih Effiong. Welcome, my bro.
What's good? Thanks for having me.
No problem, sir. How you doing?
I'm alright. Chilled one. Just relaxing after yesterday's game.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it?
Not the best.
Not the best.
Yeah,
Okay.
we lost travelling, went to Rochdale.
Okay.
But yeah, it was alright. It's actually the best we've played this season, I'd say.
Yeah.
Moved the ball well and stuff. They just scored really early on. I think it was like 4 minutes in and that was it. We didn't take our chances and that's how the game goes.
I hear that. Listen, I've got to say something that when I first, well, I wouldn't even say met you, when I first saw you, I remember I went to come and watch Miles play, right? And went to watch Miles play, and then after the game, I remember I was getting into the car, I said, bro, who's the guy up top that is just bullying everyone? It was so mad, yeah. I was like, nah. It felt like, you know, when year sixes are playing against the year threes, yeah. It just felt uncomfortable, bro. I was like, nah. He was holding man off differently, like, and it just felt like I could hear the defender just saying, I can't do it. It was mad, bro. It was mad. It was actually mad. But now it's great to have you on board, man. It's great to have you on board. So literally talk to us, man. Football, like, where did it start for you? Like, how old were you when you first started like getting into football?
Football for me, I wasn't in no academies and stuff like that. Never been in an academy now. So
wow.
I've just been doing from under Sunday League, but like youth cup, like youth team Sunday League and stuff. Used to play in the Watford Friendly League. I played for a team called Whetstone Wanderers, 16, and that was it really. Didn't really get put into an academy. To be honest, the way my family was, the family traditions back in the day, being African Nigerian, football, no.
Yeah,
Education,
Education, but Sundays is for church.
Yeah.
So whenever play football, I'm in the church with suit and tie.
Yeah.
And it wasn't allowed, and then it was literally, I said, Dad, please allow me. Like, let me go to, I want to do this football thing. And to be fair, he was all right with it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't one of those things where he was pushing it. He was just like, you can go. I'm not going to take you take bus there and stuff, but you can go.
Okay.
That was enough for me. I didn't need him to take me. I was like, I just wanted to go. And then, pushed on from there. And then left school and then wanted to just play football. And the only way I could do that is through like a college scheme at the time. And that was obviously where St. Albans came through. So St. Albans I think they were in the National League at that time. It was called Conference back then anyway.
Yeah.
And then, you go through the youth system. So you do the education there and then you do while education, you're playing football at the same time. And then luckily for us is that the first team manager was also the youth team manager.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's sick. That's sick.
Yeah.
So, was you playing at different clubs before you got to the college program in terms of like youth teams or like Sunday League? You were?
No, it was just the Watford Friendly League for Whetstone Wanderers.
At 16.
At 16.
Oh wow,
crazy.
That was it.
And school, obviously.
And school. Obviously school.
Okay.
Played for the school team.
Yeah.
And then that was it. So obviously the pro boys that used to play used to obviously jet off and stuff. And obviously we used to be just school team really. That was it. Yeah. So I never had the push and drive as obviously some of the other kids had with their parents when they're pushing them to go football, taking them every week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? For them to get spotted at like a young age from 7, that wasn't a thing for me.
I hear that.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that obviously it would have made a difference if you did have, but I understand why obviously your parents didn't. But do you think if you did have that chance, you would have made it pro, like through the academy system?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Like, I had all the attributes when I was younger and stuff. I just didn't. It was just nowhere to be seen. Like no one really came to the Watford Friendly Leagues, even though I would be top goal scorer in that. No scouts really come to that. Do you know what I mean? The only time you get to scouts to game is if you got to like a
Cup final.
in the,
Yeah.
that's it. But we never got to that, so it was just one of those things that
You just
and like I said, if the parents would have pushed it harder with me and took me to stuff and put me into stuff so earlier, I probably would have made it earlier into the game. Obviously, I came into the game quite late.
Yeah.
But listen,
The journey's a journey,
the journey's
my bro.
a journey.
Yeah,
That's
the journey
it,
is the
that's it.
journey.
That's it.
Do you feel like did you used to see like a lot of your other peers have a lot of support around them in terms of like their parents pushing them on and stuff like that? Did you used to see that a lot?
100%. Where I grew up, obviously, it weren't the best of places. So, the people that did try to play football, you would see their parents trying to pushing them.
Yeah.
To be fair, no one really made it out from like professionally. And to be fair, one of the guys that did, he ended up going jail for 2 murders anyway.
Wow.
And he played for like Stevenage, Wickham. So he was actually had murder charges while that was happening.
Right. Okay.
But obviously, no one ever knew.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now obviously he's in jail for
life,
and stuff.
Yeah.
But no one really made it out. Everyone was just on the streets and just doing what they were doing, like hanging around. Do you know what I mean? And we just played football in the cages. That was it.
So you saying that, did you playing football, did that help, obviously being from that environment, you playing, did that take your attention from the streets, away from the streets? Because obviously you was in the college system, you was playing football and stuff like that. Did that help, would you say?
Nah, not really.
No?
Nah, like where obviously where you grow up, like I said, I moved from. So when I was really young, I lived in Stonebridge, northwest London.
Yeah. Okay.
And obviously that was
crazy.
Crazy back then.
I know. Yeah.
So, and then obviously that's when it's crazy then, because the person obviously who got murdered, my mum knew him. So my mum was good friends with the son.
Yeah.
And obviously no one knew who done it at the time.
Yeah.
But obviously after she saw that, she was like, "No, you know what? I need to move. Like I need to take my kids out of this."
Yeah.
Because my older brother was going jail, and obviously I was just looking at him, like looking up to him, and then my older sister, she's the only good one out of all of us, but she's a girl, so she's away from all that anyway.
Yeah.
So she's doing her stuff. So I'm just looking at my brother. He's going jail, and then my mum was like, "You're just gonna end up following suit." So she tried to move us out of it. And so then we moved from there. I moved to Lewisham.
Oh wow!
Lewisham,
You
yeah?
came Lewisham?
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, came Lewisham for a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you see the disappointment on his face when he said Lewisham? He said, "I came Lewisham."
I went from Stonebridge to Lewisham, you know.
It don't get any easier. But you know what?
Yeah.
But you know, when I was younger, I didn't know what Lewisham was, because when you live in Stonebridge and Holes and that, you're just in a bubble. I didn't know Tottenham. I didn't know anywhere. So I'm just going from Stonebridge to Lewisham, and I'm just like, okay, it's just another city. It's just another place. But I didn't think it was bad. I used to think Stonebridge was the baddest place going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then obviously Lewisham, and then from Lewisham I went to a school called, what was the school called? Heathergreen.
Oh, Heathergreen Primary School.
That's where I grew up in Heathergreen.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Primary School.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I went to Heathergreen for a little. I went to Heathergreen for a little bit, and then I think I lived in Lewisham for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and then Mum said, and then moved back to Stonebridge.
Oh, you went back?
Went back to Stonebridge, went back to Stonebridge, and then these time my mum and dad were just breaking up. So then my dad moved from Stonebridge. He went to Tottenham, and my mum was still in Stonebridge. And then when she managed to get out, then she moved to Hertfordshire.
Okay.
Right.
So then I moved to Hertfordshire with my mum.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I don't really like Hertfordshire, you know, this is too much. And to be fair, my mum at the time, she was just on education. She was just like, in your books, doing this. And when you're young as well, my mum's getting me to do everything.
Yeah.
My mum's making me wash the dishes all the time, do this.
Yeah.
Like the controller's there. She's calling me from upstairs to come down.
Big up Mumsy.
The controller is there next to her. The controller is there. She said, Inih. I'm like, oh yes, mum. Can you come and help me, please? Come downstairs. can you pass me that controller there? I said, are you serious?
And you're cussing under your
I'm
breath.
cussing
innit?
under-
You can't say no.
I'm cussing under the room. I'm going up to my room going,
It's just rage. Yeah, pure rage.
just screaming in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm doing all that, and then I just got on tops. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to be. I don't want to be here no more. But this time, my mum really made me go to school in Hertfordshire, and I was like, oh, this is long. I just want to. I want to relax. I wanted to. She was like harsh. Like I used to think she was harsh, but maybe she actually wasn't.
Yeah.
But when you're growing
now
up,
you realise
growing up, and I was just like, nah, I want to move with my dad. So I went to move to my dad in Tottenham.
Okay.
And I was just like, yeah, like this is easy because my dad was more chilled.
Yeah.
He was still on it, but he was chilled.
Yeah.
So I can come back from school and just watch TV. And whereas my mum, she was like, what?
Chores
TV?
and
Nah,
Yeah.
chores. You gotta earn your time. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it got with my dad. It wasn't really like that.
Okay. How old were you at that time when you moved to your dad?
I moved in with my dad when I was, I'd say, so yeah, after school. So I'd say 17.
17.
17,
So you was
17.
so you were still doing the college system.
I was still doing the college system at the
And
time.
St Albans, that's not that far from How far is St Albans from
Tottenham.
Is that far?
Yeah, I used to have
That's
to go. I used to get the train from St Albans to King's Cross.
Yeah.
And from King's Cross to Tottenham Hill, and then walk from Tottenham Hill to.
So how long was that journey for you?
Probably like an hour and 20.
And correct me if I'm wrong, it would have been easier probably from Hertfordshire to St
It would have
Albans.
been from Hatfield to St Albans.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
15, 20 minutes.
Is it?
But I decided to because
Yeah,
I wanted
It was harder because your mum was getting me.
and because I wanted the easier life. Because I wanted the easier life.
You said I'll do the travelling.
Yeah.
And then I wanted that persona as well. Like, oh, I'm coming from Tottenham, Hertfordshire boy in the school. So you wanted to be you wanted to act like you're the big
So
man.
wait, you still went to school? I mean, Hertfordshire, even though your dad's. Oh, okay.
So I still done the trips.
commute,
I still done the trips. So that's that little saga there. And then that's when I was obviously at St Albans, doing the college scheme, and then traveling back and forth. And then it got to a point where I was just like, I can't keep doing this traveling to Tottenham and back, Like it's long. So I was like, Mum, can I move in with you again, please?
So you
Went back from there to there. I said, Mum, let me move in. Cause
what did she say when you said that? What did she say?
She said no.
Don't kill me, please. She said no.
She said, what? You want to go move with your dad? The other one. She said, you want to go move with your dad? She said, no. I said, Alright, cool. But to be fair, eventually, she let me go through. Do you know what I mean? And then
so then obviously it was easier.
It was easier. My mind was but the London still didn't come out of me though. Do you get me? So I'm moved to Hertfordshire for like when you move from London to Hertfordshire, for the parents they're like, okay, I'm out. I want to get myself out of that. So they're out the hood now.
Yeah.
But that's still ingrained in me. So when I'm searching around for associates, I'm searching around for people that's just like me.
Yeah, facts.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just come from London. That's all London. They've been London based and they've moved, blah blah blah. And then obviously that's how I had that association with it. So then when I found that comfort in the other people that was doing that, obviously I was still playing football. I'm taking football serious, but not as serious as I should be because I'm doing other stuff as well. So I like to go out, be on the roads, obviously in Hertfordshire, and then go to football.
Mixing both, juggling.
The mix don't both. It don't mix. It don't work. Eventually,
it
don't work. But I was doing it, so then I was playing football, going out to play, doing work, playing football. Never really focused on the actual work because I'm not interested in the work. I'm just doing this just to play football. But like I said, lucky at the time, the St Albans manager was the first team manager and youth team manager.
Yeah.
So then I knew if I played well in the youth team,
you'll get
and he was big on giving people chances. So then I was like, yeah, this is good. So then I played for him I was there for 2 years. 2 years. So I've done the youth system and then he was there and then he was like, oh, come train with the first team. I was like buzzing. Yeah. So I've been around training with the first team, doing my stuff. But I was skinny at this time as well. So I was really skinny. And then he was just like, oh, you need to buff up. And I was like, okay. But I wasn't really listening. I was like, I'm just going to do me. First year, I think they got relegated from the conference to the conference South.
Yeah.
And then that's when he's like really took charge of the first team still, and then put me in charge. And then one of their strikers left, so then it was me and a guy called Drew Roberts, who was like a really good striker back in the day, like non-league.
Yeah.
And then me and him just played up front. He's like, "Oh, Inih, I'm giving you a shot." Like, so I was like 18, going on 19 at this point.
Wow.
He's like, "I'm gonna give you a shot."
That's dope.
I said, "No problem." And then I just took it with both hands. I was like, "Yeah, let's go." I ended up scoring 14 goals that season. So it's the
Sick.
That's
first
good.
like
Sick.
first
At 18 or
yeah,
19?
19, yeah.
That's good.
So-
really good.
And wait, and this is without any academy staff or anything, like you've just gone straight into bangs,
gone straight in, yeah. Because he put faith in me, and when the manager puts
Wow.
faith in me, and I was
Yeah,
like, you know
have
what?
to- Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because and then that's what it came to, and then I scored 14 goals in the Conference South that season, and I was absolutely buzzing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was just like, wow, like this is crazy, like, do you know what I mean? I didn't know about first team football before this.
and all
Yeah.
that,
He just slapped me in the deep end. We ended up getting relegated that season though, but I still managed to scrape
that-
scrape
yeah.
14.
Yeah.
So after there, you went to Boreham Wood,
Boreham Wood,
and how was that?
it went great still.
Didn't have a good. What happened there?
Yeah, so let me just come double back quickly, because obviously to the St Albans thing. So I started at St Albans, like youth team,
Yeah.
and then Bournemouth shouted me earlier, and they were like, "Oh, come to us, you'll play the first team."
Right.
And I was
okay.
like, "Oh yeah, like I want to play first team." So like fully, and then I transferred over to Bournemouth, thinking I was gonna play first team, but they tried to put me in their little college scheme again. So but I never done the college scheme. Never went to the college with the scheme. They tried to say, "Oh, you come to the first team," and they were putting me like in the reserves. But I smashed the reserves. I scored like 20 goals in reserves.
Yeah.
And they were in the Ryman Premier League at this time. So they ended up getting promoted to
South.
the conference. And then
Yeah.
obviously I didn't get any opportunities.
Yeah.
So then I said, "No, I'm going." Then I went back to St Albans
Okay.
with that with the same manager, Steve
Yeah.
Castle. And then that's
Yeah.
when he was like, "Okay, cool, let me give you a chance." Done the 14 goals.
Right.
And then I was like, they got relegated, and I was like, "Oh, how we just got relegated? I don't want to play Ryman. I want to
Yeah.
stay in this league."
Yeah.
These times agents weren't a thing either.
Yeah.
For the
Okay.
non-league, there's no agents.
Oh,
Non-league.
what for not? There wasn't nothing like that.
Not really.
Wow.
You can do the deal yourself. Really.
Yeah,
like,
at this time. So I'm 19 now, 20.
Yeah.
And then scored that, and then Bournemouth shouted me again.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, listen, we're in the Conference South now. Come play." I was like, "Yeah, no problem. Like, let
so
me
you
go and
went-
play."
Yeah. So you went back to Boreham Wood.
So I went back to Bournemouth, but then at the time there was a manager that just got appointed the first team manager at St Albans, because Steve, I think, got demoted back to his
So
job.
he used to- yeah.
So, and he was just like, "I really want you to play for me. Like, come, like you're gonna smash this league." And I just said, "No, I want to play Conference South still." Thinking that I'm the guy. You know what I mean? Thinking
Yeah.
I've just scored. Why would I? Anyways, go to Bournemouth now, and then as I've signed for Bournemouth, I didn't even sign for a lot. It was like £50 a week. I signed at the time
At Boreham Wood.
at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, no problem. But it's a contract.
Yeah.
I didn't have a contract at.
At
St Albans.
deal, just,
Yeah.
Would you get paid there still?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
But it weren't a lot.
Yeah.
Bournemouth was like, no, sorry, it was £75 a week.
At Boreham Wood.
Bournemouth. I think I was on £50 a week at St Albans.
St Albans.
So I was like £25.
Pound more. Yeah.
No problem. Went to sign for Bournemouth, and then I get a call from the St Albans manager, not the new one. He's like, "What have you done?" I was like, "What do you mean what have I done?" He goes, "You haven't gone to Bournemouth, have you?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "You idiot." I was like, "Why? What's going on?" He goes, "Luton Town just called me and said they wanted to sign you, but you've gone and signed for Bournemouth."
Lord.
Because you know what? Furthermore, see you later, mate. That could have been you. I told you I could have sorted you out. Dropped the phone. These times I was just
Where
like,
was Luton? What league was Luton in at this time?
conference.
They was in the conference as well. Okay.
They're on the conference at this point.
Yeah.
So they're like, Luton Town's trying to sign you. Like, wanted to sign you. I was just like,
So did you mention that to Boreham Wood?
it's done.
Yeah.
Boy,
What am I mentioning to them?
I made a mistake.
I made a mistake.
No, of course.
I went there
I
with-
know how it goes. I know how it goes.
I went there with my boy, one of my best friends.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just went there and he came with me. I was just like, yeah, like, let me sign.
How did you feel about that, and what was you thinking like at the time?
You know what? It's funny to say. At the time, I still have the same mindset I do now. It's like, it's fine. I made that decision. Do you get me? I was
I want to
like,
live with it, basically.
made a
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah.
Like, did I regret it a little bit? Maybe I was too fast, but I didn't have an agent, so I was just like. But at the time, I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna smash this league, and I'll get there anyway.
Love it.
That's just how it goes, bro. Yeah, and then I signed for Bournemouth.
And did you say that it didn't go well at Bournemouth then, or
so
the time before?
The time before it didn't go well, but
Okay.
when I signed for him again, I smashed pre-season. So I think I scored like 5 goals in 6 games in pre-season. So and Bournemouth would only play pro teams, put it that way. So I scored against Barnet. I scored against Barnet.
They play Arsenal, innit?
Yeah.
They play Arsenal.
So I scored against Barnet.
Yeah.
I scored against Stevenage. I scored against West Ham. I can't remember the other team I scored against, but I was on fire pre-season, so I was like, "Yeah, this is me." Yeah. I thought I was even going to get a move, like, because obviously the pro team was like, "Oh, who's that guy?" Like, he's only he's only 21, 22. Who the hell is that guy? I was like, "Yeah," I was buzzing. And then start of the season, I think we played Eastleigh, first game of the season. Eastleigh were throwing. This is when Eastleigh first started throwing around money, and then there was a big thing about them, and then we beat them. Was it 2-0 or 3-0? All I know, I got a goal and an assist, and I was like, this is me. Like, I'm just going to start flying. Then next minute, we started losing a few games, and then the gaffer come to me because obviously I was young, got dropped, and then I was just like being in and out, playing, not playing, and I was like, went to the gaffer, like, gaffer, I can't keep doing this. Like, I want to be playing. He's like, oh yeah, you're young. Do you know what I mean? You're still learning the game. And then it got to a point. He was like, I just want you to go on loan. And I was like, on loan to where? And then he was like, yeah, it's just going on, get yourself a few games. I think that season I went on loan to Hitchin.
Yeah.
And then I went on loan to Chesham.
Yeah.
At the time, went on loan to Hitchin. That was just a dead loan spell. But I was still getting experience, still playing. And then I went on loan to Chesham, and then I had a good spell there.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, I actually enjoyed it. I started enjoying football again. I was like, this is good. Let me go to Chesham. I think I scored, I can't remember, it was like 7 to 10 goals in like a space of a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And Chesham loved me. And then they were just like, nah, we wanna do a deal, we wanna buy you. I was like, well, it's not down to me. Like, just got to speak to the Bournemouth. Then Bournemouth was like, yeah, take him. Like, we'll buy him. I can't remember how much the fee. I don't even know how much the fee was. Then they bought him. I was like, yeah, this is all right. I know it's a league below, but I want to play football. I enjoyed my first spell there. And then, I think I can't remember how long it was I played for Chesham after that. It was 2 seasons. It was 2 seasons. It was 1 or 2 no, it was definitely 2 seasons. The first season,
2012 to 2014.
Yeah, so 2 seasons. So the first season, I done well, scored goals. And then the second season is when it went a bit pear-shaped because the manager wanted to get 2 prolific strikers at the time that was smashing that league, called Drew Roberts, who I played with.
Oh, yeah, you played with him, innit? Yeah.
And Chris Dillon, 2 strikers. They're both like small strikers, but they were prolific. Goals, them 2 together.
Yeah.
Goals.
Yeah.
So then I was just like, oh, this is mad. And I don't mind about competition because I've always backed myself wherever we go. So it's not a problem. But these 2 were scoring week in, week out. There was no light. There's no light anywhere. What am I going to do? You know what I mean? Well, I'm looking at them like, oh, man, they're scoring. These times in my mind, I'm just like, I beg you, please, no one score. No one score. So I can come on and score.
Yeah, that's mad.
But they weren't. One of them was scoring each week.
Yeah, I heard that. So, obviously, when them 2 was playing, you was obviously on the bench. And you obviously came off the bench.
Yeah, it was coming off the bench.
So, I
was coming off the bench, but it weren't. I was just like,
you wanted to start.
I wanted to start.
Yeah, of course.
And there was no light. I hardly started that season because them 2 was crazy. Yeah. And to be fair, we ended up getting to the playoff final that season in the league, in that league. And then we lost to St Albans in the playoff final.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Jeez. So we lost to St Albans in the playoff final. And I was just like, you know what? I know it's been a bad season, personally, but if I can get a little medal here, it'll make up for it.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think
makes it easier.
Makes it easier. Yeah. We won the county cup that season as well, so I got a little medal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where is Chesham then?
It's like Buckinghamshire.
Okay. So going to Chesham. Have you heard of Chesham before then?
Nah, not before. I went on there for loan first time.
Okay.
That was the first time.
And how long were you on loan to Chesham for at the time? Because I know you said you was at Hitchin and Chesham. How long was the loans?
I think Hitchin was only a month. Yeah. Chesham was I think Chesham was only a month as well, to be fair.
Right.
And then because I'd done so well in that month,
Okay.
they were just like, nah, we need him back. Do you know what I mean?
So I need to ask the footballers a question, man, because I can't get my head around it. Maybe it's the fan in me and just the naivety in me, yeah? Like, what do people expect you to do in a month's loan? Like, because you've only got, what, 4 games?
More time is for fitness.
It's not.
It's not
Okay.
even. It's not for any, because if the manager still has plans for you,
Yeah.
then he's just like, I just need you to keep up speed because you can't get game time here.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So that's what it's for. Basically, it's not for. It's for you to get sharp for when he needs you. Basically.
Right, okay.
So especially the short loan. So a month,
Yeah.
you play 4 games, you've got 90 minutes in you.
Yep.
Maybe a couple goals, you're ready to start in
Yeah.
my team now.
Right.
That's what them. That's
So would
what
that
them
usually
loans
be
are.
like a manager that thinks, okay, cool, I still got a space for you, but I just can't play you right about now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
you could even change a manager's mind by that sometimes.
Yeah.
If you go there and go and score 4 and 4, and you go back to your original club, you're gonna be like, these gonna be like, whoa, he scored 4 and 4. I might complain
Okay.
now. Like, do
Yeah,
you know
because
what I mean?
that did happen. I went on loan to Chesham,
Yeah.
and then I came back to Bournemouth, and that was towards the end of the season these times now.
Yeah.
And then I came back to Bournemouth, and I scored about 4 goals when I came back.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, look, I've come back, I've scored 4 goals, but then the next season they were just like, no,
Okay.
you're not gonna
Yeah.
So
play.
that's when that.
So that's when the bid came in, and that's when I moved.
Yeah.
So you use Chris Dillon and Drew Roberts, and then that's when you moved to, I believe we got down as Yedin and Hayes and Yedin on loan.
Hayes and Yedin. So that was during that season, the Chris
Okay,
Roberts
that was
and Drew
during-
season.
okay,
That was
yeah.
during. So, but the funny thing is, I went on loan to the division above. So Hayes and Yedin were in the division above.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then they obviously liked me. He was like, nah, I've seen how you play. You shouldn't be playing at that level. Let's go.
Yeah.
To the division above. And what was the manager's name? He used to play for Liverpool, centre back, mixed race guy.
Paul McGrath.
Nah,
Phil Babb.
Phil Babb was the manager at
Okay.
Hayes and Yedin, and he was just like, yeah, like I've seen what you're about. Like, come up. I was like, yeah, no problem. I was
Yeah.
the league above. I went there for a month, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went there for a month, and then I think he wanted to keep me on again.
Yeah.
But I think he ended up getting sacked. So then that was that done.
So
Went back to
then,
Chesham, and then just saw the rest of the season out.
Right. Okay. And then we went to Dunstable Town.
Dunstable Town. Yeah, that was a good period, to be fair. So Dunstable Town was after, like I said, after was it after or during? It's so many years ago. I'm trying to think.
Imagine, yeah. I can
I'm
imagine.
trying to think. Nah, so yeah, this is a period where I'm moving about. So after that, I went to Dunstable, and then they were just like, yeah, we really like you, seeing how you play. And then I can't remember what it was. You got it there?
No, I ain't got the amount.
Oh, what was the amount? I scored prolifically for them for about 6 or 7 games. Boom, on the spin. Bam, 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 bam.
77. Kind of
It was prolific.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then they were throwing around money then. Money then was like 2 bills a week.
Yeah.
So that was big money back then. So they
Yeah.
were throwing around money to these players. Some people were getting paid 400, and then the chairman just pulled the plug.
Took the money.
Just took the money. He said, "Oh, I can't afford to keep you." Just pulled it, and I said,
Wow.
"Whoa!" I said, "Huh?" So then I had to then leave straight away from Dunstable.
Yeah.
That no
Fine,
club.
so that's where you went to Burnham.
That's when went to Burnham.
Yeah.
And the only reason I went to Burnham because one of my guys that I played with at Chesham and the manager there.
Oh,
so he's
okay.
like, "Oh, come do me a favour."
Yeah.
Like for Burnham, like
Yeah.
quick. And I was just like, I've got no club anyway, so I might as well.
Yeah.
I only played 2 games, scored
Yeah.
2 games, scored 2 goals.
Wow.
And then he said as well, "Oh, too expensive. I can't keep you."
Oh, so this is where, because I was looking at the periods and I was like, okay, Dunstable, Burnham, then Arsley Town,
Yes.
all in the space of like, they're all in 2014. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
these are things that's out of my control. So
Yeah.
Dunstable, pull the plug, money, they can't keep me. And then Burnham
Yeah.
said no money after 2 games.
Yeah.
And I was only doing them a favour anyway. And then Arsley came in and said, "Oh, listen, let's just finish the season with us."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, no problem. I'll finish the season with you. I've got no club anyway."
Yeah.
I think I scored only 1 goal there, but I didn't
2.
play. Was it 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
Two.
okay, scored 2 goals there, but it weren't a long period anyway.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask a question. So you see, obviously now you're in football. What was your parents saying?
At the time,
Like obviously, yeah, because obviously at first they wanted you to be in your books and education.
they still didn't care.
So they didn't care about football.
Duh.
They want what they. So was they more supportive or were they more still like, oh, you should go
Nah.
into uni or whatever
it was
colleges
a-
that they want
it
they
was a
wanted
uni
you
thing.
to do that.
Yeah, it was a uni thing. And to be fair, I was gonna go to America
And play football.
and
with
play
them.
football.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I had a 100% scholarship. So they came to so just going back, came to my St Albans games when I scored those goals,
Yeah.
14, and then they gave me a 100% scholarship.
Sick.
And then it was to a college in Miami. So like I was gonna have to do the test and stuff like that. But me, I don't know why I didn't take it. I think it was a good thing now I didn't take it.
Yeah.
But at the time, somebody just said, "No, like I don't want to go." Like, I think I was just scared to go to a whole different country
By yourself as
by
well.
myself.
Trust
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even though I was 100%, but
Yeah.
by myself. And then I actually deeped it. And then that was that period, obviously, with the 14 goals. I said, you know what? I've just scored 14 goals in the Conference South. If I go to America for a few years and come back,
Yeah.
I'll still be playing Conference South.
Yeah.
Or I can try and do this football thing properly
Yeah.
and then just work my way up the leagues now. And
Yeah.
that's the decision I made in my head.
That makes sense.
Because when I was young, I used to write to so many clubs, like letters saying, please, like come and watch my games, Sunday League, the Whetstone
Wow, you
Wanderers.
had to do
I had to do all of that, write physical letters and
Yeah.
send them. And I used to get letters back saying, no, sorry, we're not taking no one on. But like, I got rejected from everywhere. Like just writing letters because there's no footage back then to see anyone.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
so
no
it's a
footage.
scouting thing. They have to
The
come and
scouts,
see
they have
you,
to come and see it,
Yeah.
and we never got to any finals.
Mm.
So yeah, I was just touching that quickly. But,
No, that's sick because it's interesting that like after all of that period and a lot of confusion, it seems like before I think this is your second club, Biggleswade Town, that you got the most appearances for.
yeah,
2015 to 2017.
yeah,
And you bagged quite a few goals there.
yeah.
How did that come around?
That was so. That's big up my guy Chris Nunn, the manager. He's my manager there. I've always got time for him because he's one that I always have time for at any point.
Yeah.
Because he called me up and he goes, Inih, I know about you, like, but I need you to find a home because I'm seeing everywhere. You're here, there, and everywhere, just playing here, playing there, playing there, playing there. He goes, you're a really good player, but you just seem to keep moving around. How are you gonna score any goals if you just keep moving around?
Yeah.
And I said, you know, you're right. Like, I need to find a home. I want to find somewhere where I just play consistently. And he goes, listen, if you play for me, you score all your goals, you're gonna be gone. I will never stand in your way. And I just really resonated with him, and he resonated with me, and he was just like, we're gonna work well together. And then that was it. I said, all right, cool, I'll come sign for you. Biggleswade, I think it was £150 a week. I think I was like the top earner then. And I was like, yeah, I'll go sign for you. So then I signed for him. That first season, ended up scoring goals from that season. But then halfway through the season, end up getting into trouble with the police.
Right.
So end up getting into trouble. And don't get me wrong, that wasn't the first year I was getting in trouble. So leading up to that period, what was it 2015, 2016? So leading up to that period for the previous, I say 4 to 5 years, I was going to court every single year.
Yeah.
Getting caught with doing a case every single year and getting away with it, by the way.
Yeah.
Getting away with what I was getting away with. It's like the Lord was just telling me, listen, I'm giving you these chances and you're not listening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So 1 year trouble, still doing the same thing. Next year. So 4 years straight, I was just getting into court. And the judge kept letting me off, to be honest,
Yeah.
until that period where I was actually taking my football a little bit more seriously, but I still was doing what I was doing. And the year before I got seriously caught, I got caught in this case, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm done, you know. Like, I don't even want to associate myself with what's going on and with other people that's doing this. Not associate with other people. Just stop what I'm doing. Just stop me doing it.
Yeah.
But the other people are still doing it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, cool. So I was still hanging around with people that's obviously basically selling drugs, right? Just hang around with them people. And it got to a period where I was just like, yeah, no, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I'm getting caught. Oh, I'm obviously I can't be that good at it. That's what my mum said. She goes, you keep getting caught. Like, you're not that good. So stop what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then I was just weren't listening, and it was just all about money. I just want to, do you know what I mean, make money, and that. And then I got caught in a case where obviously I was selling, like, I got caught like at a festival, just obviously selling drugs at this time. How old was I? Must have been about 20. Might have been 24, 25. Just selling, and then I got caught at this festival, and then it was a load of drugs, and I was just like, fuck, I'm done. Like, I'm done, because it was a lot, and it was class A as well. So I was like, it's over. I was done. I was never selling like it was like MDMA, so it's just party drug. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm done. This is too much. Like,
intent to supply.
Intent to supply. I was just like, it's done, man. Like, and then we got they would test the drugs, and then it got to a place where they would, okay, cool, we'll test the drug, see if it's either then they'll see what class it is. In my head, I was like, I know what it is. They're just seeing where it is. And then a couple months later, my solicitor calls me and says, by the way, the drug that was tested is tested as class B drug. So I was thinking so I got shafted basically from the dealer, innit? But luckily I did, because
exactly
it got.
This is what I was saying.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking I'm selling a class A,
but
it's actually class B, which is crazy. So that was the law telling me.
That's another warning.
Saying, yo, I'm actually allowing you this time. Stop it. Do you know what I mean? Stop what you're doing. So that's when I said, I'm listening, no problem, I'm stopping. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, God, sorry. I'm not doing this no more. Like, I make a promise you, I won't sell drugs again. I said, if you get me off, that's what I said to him. If you get me off this case, I will not sell drugs again. I promise you.
Do you know what's so funny about this? Well, it's not funny, but it's just why I laugh about how amazing God is. Is that, you know, when we say certain things like, oh God, if you do this for me, then I promise I won't do it again. It's like God is like, you're right. You're saying to me, if I get you, like, brother, if I want to get you off anything, I'll get you off anything, bro. What's this about? What's wrong with you? But you know what? It's also interesting how the one thing that you was, and I wouldn't say running away from it when you was younger, you didn't want to go to when you was younger, would be the thing later on down the line that you went to that saved you from actually being able to continue doing what you're doing.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying, bro? So it's wild. And that's at a time where you finally started to find a home as well. Being away from, moving from club to club to club to club, trying to find home in all these other people that are around you. But now you've got this, it's I don't think there's any coincidence. That's where you get your 39 goals in 68 games, 68 games, 39 goals. There's no coincidence there.
No. So like I said, so with that, so like I said, I'm leaning on God now. So God, like, because my dad's a pastor as well. So it's not even like, so everyone's pushing.
You're a PK, bro. You're a PK.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's mad.
So it's not even like it's not even like I've come from a bad home. I haven't come from a bad home. My parents were great to me. Do you get me? They gave us all the tools what they had to help us out. It's just the area we're in. The area we're in. It doesn't matter what child. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? If you grow up with these people,
product of your environment. That's what
it don't matter.
Do you know
what I mean? And it weren't like they were pushing football, so I can actually get away from whatever's going on. So anyways, that ended up being class B. So I went to court. I was thinking, I still might go because it was a lot. But then the judge said, you know what? I'm going to give you a chance. I could see that you're trying with your football. Because at the time I was like, listen, I'm trying to do football. I'm trying to lead the right path. And he's like, but every year you're getting in trouble. Why have you not changed? I'm like, Judge, I'm sorry. Like, just give me a chance, blah, blah, blah. Judge gave me a chance. He said, yeah, no problem. You know what? I'm going to give you a chance. But if I see you here again,
sayonara, sucker.
You're done.
You're done with.
And I was like, okay, God, thank you. You answered my prayer. I'm done. But these times I still haven't stopped hanging around with the people that's doing it. So fast forward another year. This is when I signed to Big Wave now. So we're about to go to this festival. Me and all my boys and stuff like that. And we're on our way to the festival, and then obviously my friend at the time's little brother ended up bringing some stuff to my house that he was gonna go and do stuff. Do you know what I mean? He was gonna sell, but I wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Involved.
Yeah.
I wasn't involved, but he was just doing it just to like count weigh it up at my house and that. I was just like, I said to him, bro, what are you bringing this here for? And he said, money just like, I said, money just getting. I said, yo, and this needs to go, because if something, whatever happens at the festival, I don't know, and they come to my house,
you're gonna get it.
What can I say? I can't say it's not mine.
Yeah, for the facts.
Because it's there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was like, all right, cool. I was like, cool, I'm going to drop you. I'm going to drive you to your house now. So this was on a Saturday afternoon. So as I'm leaving my house, driving up the, literally just open my door, got in my car, driving up the street where my house is, up there. Guess who pulls up behind me? Guess who pulls up behind? Yeah. Just doing their normal routine, Just pulls up behind. So they're like, Jay drove behind me now, and I'm just panicking.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God, this is crazy. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And then I'm saying to him, I was like, yo, you need to balls what you have, because if this gets found in my car,
facts,
they're gonna say it's me automatically because of my previous. They're gonna automatically come to me like instantly off the back of it. And he was like, oh, I can't. I was like, bro, I'm gonna have to drive off then, because I can't have this in my car. Yeah. So obviously I drove off, done a little minute police chase. It lasted about 1.5 minutes because I was just panicking. Drove, skirted off, opened the car door. Open the car. It's quite funny because I opened the car door. Normally when you jet out of a car, you leave the door open. So in the video, obviously when you go back, I shut the door. Like I shut my car door.
Manners.
But I'm trying to get away. So I've bolted the door open. I went, boom, shut it afterwards, instead of just bolting it and leaving it open. So I'm running away now. I'm just like, this is crazy. But then as I'm running away, normally if you're running, you go that way, one that way. The guys, we're both going in the same direction. So I'm just like, home. So I'm just jetting. Next minute, the police comes around, like with a car, skirts in front of us. And the guy was like, they all just jumped out like with the tasers and like, this is taser. Yeah. Said, this is taser. I don't know why they say like, this is taser. Get down. In my head, in that split second, I was like, I'm either gonna run or get tasered. And I was thinking, no, my life, if I get tasered, I might not make it. So let me just get down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got down. We both got arrested now, and I'm thinking, this is crazy. This is like 11:30 in the morning. I'm just like how's this come to? Like, what's going on here? I just tried to get away. Yeah. I just tried to drop him to his yard, and then this whole saga just happened. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. And then I'm looking at the boy now. I'm just like, as to say, yo, did you dash it? Did you get rid of it? And then like we're just doing this eye contact. Then he's nodding at me like, yeah. So I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm taking a breath now. I'm thinking, okay, worst thing I'll get done for is dangerous driving.
Yeah.
No problem. So I've gone to the police station now. And then the policeman's gone in his headphone. Right, we're further arresting you on possession with intent to supply. I said, what? How? So then, obviously, I'm like in the cells now, in the police cells. I'm thinking, how's this happened? How did they even find it? Where did he throw it? So I'm in the police cells there the whole day, and then obviously I hear my man, like my brother's brother, he's been let out. Because they all think it's just me now. So he's been
your car, everything,
and previous. So he's been let out. He's been let out of the cells now, and I'm just there sitting there. So this is Friday. I was there till Monday. I was obviously dressed. I was in shorts and t-shirt. I was ready to go to a festival. Do you know what I mean? This is Monday now, and I'm just like, they're like, yeah, you're going straight to court. I was like, all right, cool. Like thinking I'm just gonna go straight to court, get a bail, conditions, go out, go to bail now, and they're like, nah. We're keeping you in, so you're gonna be like remanded until further notice. Obviously, I'm just like, for remand what? I said remand.
These times you got training and stuff like that. You play for a club.
I've got training next week. What do you mean? I've got work next week. Yeah. I'm working for EE in the shops right now, so I'm working in the doing the phone shop.
And you're playing football.
And I'm playing football. Yeah. So I'm like, I've job and football done. I'm just like, what? So then I'm just like, raw, this is crazy. So I'm about to go to jail now. for something that that I didn't even want this to happen. So I'm going to jail. So I've gone in one of the little Serco vans, and I'm just looking, and then I'm thinking there's 2 jails I could have went to, it was Luton or Peterborough.
Right.
And then I was like, I don't want to go Luton. Please don't, because don't send me Luton. And then luckily enough, I went to Peterborough. And then, so I'm in the Serco van, and as I'm driving on the motorway up to Peterborough, I'm just there thinking like, how did my life come to this? Like, how did I get in this position? Do you know what I mean? Because I tried to stop. I stopped. Do you know what I mean? So how did I get in this actual position that I'm in now? And then it got to a point where I was just like, you know what? It is what it is, man. Like, let me just get on with it. I can't do nothing about it. Let me just go there. And then obviously I've never been to jail before at this point. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go there on a crazy man thing. Just go there. Whatever happens, happens. Like no one's gonna try little me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's funny. I was they ask you, do you want to single cell or do you want to bang up with someone? And I was just like, and then I got to pick who. They're like, oh, which one do you want to pick? Like, if you want to bang up with someone. I looked at the names, and then there was this guy. I think he was like 50 years old, but he was a Jewish guy, and then he looked innocent. I was like, you know what? I'll bang up with him. Like, he might be cool. Obviously, I don't know. Knowing what I knew back then, I probably would have gone back myself now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I probably just wanted someone to speak to at the time. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
And just let the time go quicker. So then I banged up with this Jewish guy who was really nice. Like, he was an accountant, and he obviously got done for fraud. So he got a sentence, didn't it? So he was there for, I think his sentence was 3.5 years. He got done for fraud. But he was so innocent that he just, obviously he just, you know what I mean? And then obviously after like 2 weeks, I was like, you know, I want my own cell, you know. And then obviously I went to the guy and said, can I get my own cell, please? And then to be fair, they were sweet. They just said, yeah, no worries. And this Peterborough jail, it's trust me, if you want to do time, that's probably the best one to go to because it's a private jail. So everything looked clean, like proper. Do you know what I mean? The food was actually really good in there, which I was actually really shocked about. Do you know what I mean? And on the Saturdays was the hardest for me in there because the first day I got in there, the doors slammed and I was like, last week I was playing football pre-season fixture. The next week I was sitting in jail. I was like, this it's crazy.
Deep, man.
And then,
deep, bro.
Yeah. And then literally, so the Saturdays were the hardest for me because on Saturdays you got banged up early. On the weekday, I think you got banged up at 6 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
But on Saturdays it was early. It was like 5 o'clock.
Right.
Or it was a 4:45, sorry. So on a Saturday I'm sitting there watching, was it Football Focus at the time?
Yeah.
You know when they come up with all the football scores.
Results,
and I'm thinking, these men ain't even finished playing yet, and I'm sitting this like I got to be in here till tomorrow now because this is my bed. I'm thinking, man was just playing football last week, and I'm watching people
playing.
And it's deep.
Tough, man.
And then I was just like, you know what? In there, that's when I really got closer to God because it was easier. It was very easy for me to just say, you know what? God's not there. Forget about it. If this was God, why did this happen to me? But you know, I went to church and then I was just like, you know what? God just give me a sign like this. And I've done that thing again. I said, God, if you get me off this, I've done that again.
Don't get off.
I've done it again. I said, God.
He said, you're back, yeah?
I said,
you again.
You know what I mean? You're back, yeah?
I said, God, I beg you, if you get me off this one,
Yeah.
because I stopped the selling. So I said, if you get me this one, I'll disband everything and I'll just focus on my football. And because I said, because when I was praying, I was like, God, you knew my intentions, didn't like you knew my intentions. I weren't trying. Did you get me? And then so 4 months went down the line, and then basically I ended up going on coming out on tag basically because new evidence was found that the fingerprints
Don't match yours.
don't match mine, wasn't mine. And that's all I was hoping for. Because it basically got to a thing where we both were saying, listen, whoever's fingerprints is on it, you just have to say what you're saying. You just have to take the rap.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? Because what can I say if my fingerprints were on it, which they wouldn't have been, but if they somehow miraculously were, I can't say to take that to court and say, I didn't know about it. They're just gonna be like, you idiot. So I would have just been sitting there for no reason. But I would have had to just to get a lesser time. Lucky enough, my fingerprints weren't on it. and the guys' fingerprints were on it. So then, as the case was going on, I ended up being on tag when you're still on remand. So with remand, obviously you come out, but you're still on tag until your court date. So I was on tag for 12 months. So, but as soon as I came out of jail, Biggleswade, the manager, just said, you know, Inih, like, obviously I know you went through a tough time. He was calling me when I was in jail. I know you went through a tough time.
I was about to say that. I was saying, did he find out? Because obviously, this is random. Like, so
random.
Everyone's not gonna know nothing. So I was thinking, like, did he obviously found out that what's happened?
Yeah, he found out. And the thing is, like, man did not know me. My intentions are always clean. I'm a clean-hearted person. Do you get me? So he felt that from me. Do you know what I mean? But I just got caught up in the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
So then he felt that, and he was just like, you know, I know you got caught up with what. He goes, listen, I'll take you back, no problem. Like, you was a player for me. Do you know what I mean? Why would I not take you back? So obviously this was 4 months down the line. Like, so I went inside in pre-season, and then obviously with the season starting now, came back. I'm playing with football, with a tag.
I was about to say that.
Playing with
tag on,
But you know what? Like, to be fair to the judge, they allowed me, because normally tag is from 8 to 9 or 8 to 8? 8 to 8.
Yeah.
But I said to the judge, and obviously I got them to write a letter. I said, listen, I play football.
Yeah.
So on Saturdays, my tag was from 7 till 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And
Case of away games and stuff like
and
that.
Tuesdays it was 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. So those days it extended. So then I was able to play football, away games and that, and come back. But obviously the second, if you mess up a tag, you're going straight back in.
Yeah.
So it used to be times where, like, I'll play one half of a game. I remember we had like Weymouth away or something. I played one half in the game. Then got back. One of the guys took me back from the biggers, like, just drove me back home. Do you know what I mean? So they really looked
cold.
They really looked
after me, man.
That's
really
nice.
good, really good.
So then that's when so obviously that's with the biggers weighed, and then I literally came out and I started scoring. I think I scored 16 that season for biggers weighed after coming out after 4 months inside. And then obviously there's no way I was signing for no one else. Do you know what I mean? Wherever he would have went, I would have just went with him. And then the next season, and then obviously I ended up getting, obviously having the court case, I ended up getting a hung jury. Basically, they couldn't decide if I was guilty or not, for, like, if the drugs were mine or not. So it was a hung jury. And the trial went on for a week. Like, and then there was people, like, I had people in the jury looking at me funny. There was a guy that was actually supporting me in the jury. So, like, I'll look at him, and then he would look at me, like, and he would nod his head to say, as in, like, oh, listen, it went well. Or he'll shake his head to say, do you know what I mean?
Wow.
So he actually had some sort of faith in me to say, listen, I know you got caught up. And what he wasn't allowed to do, which he done, he actually messaged me on Facebook and said, listen, I know that you got caught up in some stuff. I believe that it wasn't you, and I was fighting in there to make sure that you didn't get sent down, because I could see by how your family is and whatever. Do you know what I mean? That it was you're going through a hard time. And then he was just, and then literally come out, hung jury, which means obviously they can't decide if you're guilty or not. And then it come to a thing where they're saying, are they going to spend the taxpayers' money
to
redo the whole thing, or are they going to
just dismiss it?
But they didn't dismiss it, and I was raging. So they were
done
like,
it again?
No. So they said, would you just take a charge of possession? And I just said, no problem, I'll take that, because that means then I won't go to jail and I can just start my life again. Do you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
So I took the possession thing, and then the judge basically said, listen, I know that you coerced this little boy to sell drugs, blah blah blah. I know that you're the head of all of this, but the sentencing guidelines, because of what I pleaded guilty to, won't allow me to send you to jail right now. So I'm giving you a chance, and these times I started a uni course, just to try. Do you know what I mean? And my little boy Ruben was on the way as well. Wow. So they're saying, I see that your partner's there, and you're trying to start a new life, so I'm going to give you a chance. And he's the one that said, he says again, if I see you here again, I'm going to put you down for obviously the 4.5 years that you would have got, plus whatever new charge that you. So I said, all right then, no problem. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. Like, Lord, you've answered my prayers. You've come down. You saved me from a situation. Let me just focus on football now.
Yeah.
So then that was all cleared up. I had my head straight, like, and I said, I know what I'm doing with myself.
Yep.
And then ever since then, so I think it's like 25, 26 onwards, my football just excelled. Literally, big as Wade. That next season, I scored 25 goals by Christmas.
Yeah. Viral?
And then so I go Christmas, had so many scouts watching me, went on trial. It's so this is my story. It's the story gets it's crazy. So I went on trial to Grimsby, and then I scored a hat trick in the trial game. Well, it wasn't even a trial game. Is that like they had the 21s or 23s against Rotherham in the championship. Played, scored a hat trick. I was like, I'm gonna get signed. The guy goes, oh no, can you come again next week? I said, what am I coming again for? Like, I've just scored a hat trick. What do you want me to do? I've been training for a week, scored a hat trick. There's nothing else to see here.
Yeah, facts.
He's like, I want to come. I said, I'm not coming. I'm not going there again.
Yeah.
And then I went on trial to Barnet. Went to Barnet, played one game, trained for 2 days. They said, yeah, we want to sign you. I was like, oh my God, this is great. They were in League 2 at that time.
Yeah.
And then, so then the contract came through and it was like £400 a week. And I said, huh? £400? Like, I get more than this playing for Biggleswade I'm working. And they were just like, and these times Ruben's born now.
Yeah.
So, and they were like, oh, if you're serious about football, you'll make it work and you'll be playing against Plymouth on the Monday. There was like a bank holiday Monday.
Yeah.
And I just said, I would love to, but I physically can't do that. I can't take the risk because there's no money in that. I was the one paying for.
Yeah.
So there's no money. Like, I'm looking after Ruben, everything, the house, do you know what I mean? Or the flat at the time. So then that flopped. And I was just like, this is crazy, man. Like, what's going on there? And then Peterborough came through and they said, oh yeah, we've seen him, watched him, like, we want to sign him. So I was like, oh, this is great. Going to go sign for Peterborough now. I get a call from Barry Fry. My agent gets a call from Barry Fry. So as I'm getting ready to go up there, go to Barry Fry, they're like, oh, by the way, how old's Inih? They're like, 25. It's like, nah, I'm not signing no one that's 25 at this stage.
Wow.
I was like, what do you mean? Like, we basically sorted out the deal. I was getting ready to go up there
to sign it, and they just backtracked.
And he said, I'm not signing no one that's 25 going there. I was just like, wow, this is crazy. I basically told my work, I'm leaving. I just told my work, yeah, I'm done. And he's like, oh, they were all celebrating, like saying, yeah, no worries, see you later. So I was just like, yeah. So then I've had to go back to work now. After I've told everyone I'm leaving. Yeah. Going back to work. And then my agent calls me and he's like, Inih, I know it's been tough, but I've got another trial for you. Like, at this point, I'm just like, I'm burnt out. I'm like, I don't want to go on other trials.
Yeah.
So you had another trial to go to?
I had another trial to go to.
So on that note, because we're going into the second half, we're going to pause here. Because we're over extra time. We're going to go into the second half. Listen, this story so far is crazy so far. What's been going on? Yeah, and we're only halfway into it. So we're literally just going to have a quick 5 minutes and then we're going to go back into it.
All right.
For anybody out there that may have heard something in the first half, you might be struggling, you might need that safe space, you might need that support. Feel free to contact the numbers that we've got on the screen here. Like I say, we always talk about basically encouraging people to speak. So those are the numbers there. Get in contact, find that help. Yes, people, we are back. Listen. Oh my days, this was some real World Cup stoppage time. You know, when the World Cup, they were doing like 30 minutes overtime and stuff like that. This was some because we were just holding on to our seats like this epic from what we're hearing, man. Like, so we're back with it. Inih, let's go back to it. So we at the point where you've had to go back to work now, yeah? So you've gone back to work, and what was that reception like? They're thinking you're signing for Peterborough. Like, what was that like?
They were just laughing. They're like, oh, I thought he was being a pro footballer. I was like, so did I, man. Like, so did I. But to be fair, the boss was cool then. He just let me get back to it. Had my same seat that I was sitting on in the court office and stuff. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that was it. And then my agent called me again the following week, said, listen, we've got another trial for you. I said, all right, cool, let's go. After saying I didn't want to go, he was like, what's it going to do? Like, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I was drained because no one said no to me yet. But it's like I haven't been rejected. Like, Grimsby didn't say no. I just said, I can't do, what am I going for? Yeah. Barnet offered me a deal, but it just wasn't, I couldn't do it because of the kids. So no one said no to me at this point. Right. So I'm like, you know what? I could go there with confidence. So I went there with confidence. I was there for 2 days. And And then the gaffer done really well. In the 2 days that I was there, and then the gaffer just called me over the weekend, and then I think it was a Saturday after the game, and then I said to the gaffer, I won't mention who it is at the time, the Murphy's name, but I said to him, he called me, I seen him ringing my phone, and I was like, "Oh, you right?" And I called him by his first name, and he goes, "Oh, don't call me by my first name, call me Gaffer now." I was like, "What?" He's like, yeah, we're gonna offer you a deal," and I was absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, "Oh my god, they're gonna offer me a deal." Playing League 2 football.
Sick.
You got your medical on Monday. I was like, yeah, no problem. Went to do the medical Monday now. So I've gone there. I think just met the manager, and the assistant was there as well. And then I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna get everything off my chest to him, because he was like, "Oh, tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself.
Yeah.
Tell me about your journey." And because he's quite a rugged gaffer as well, like, so I was like, "Okay, cool. Let me tell him about the journey." And then I told him obviously the journey, and then I told him obviously I went to jail and all that. And he was like, "You know what? I love that about you. I love that you've turned yourself around, and you've done your stuff." Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then in the background, obviously, I think like there was the assistant was listening, and I don't think he was too fond of it.
Okay, cool.
And then to be fair, at the time at that club, someone was getting done for taking drugs
Right.
at that time. So the timing must have just been off, because I'm telling him what I went jail for. Someone's gotten there, getting done for. I think they were taking it or involved in it, some sort of how. So then I've gone to do my medical, and I've gone to the hospital. I've gone to Stevenage Hospital to do my medical. I come back, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, you failed your medical." I was like, "What do you mean I failed my medical?" They're like, "Yeah, you failed. They said you have a regular heartbeat." I said, "And?" And then I was like, they were just like, "Yeah, you got a regular heartbeat, and then we're not willing to take the risk." I was like, "What?" They're like, "Oh yeah, because you haven't played full-time football before, it might be too much for you." I said, "No, like, I'm fine. Like, I can play full-time football." They said, "No, we're not signing you." So
was they being honest?
Well, no, clearly not, because I ended up signing for them years and years later. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So we'll get into that. But then I think, like, at the time, I probably think it was just because of that whole
story.
I said. And obviously linking it with obviously what happened with the club at the time with that certain person. I just think that's all it all got linked to that, and they said that I failed the medical just because of regular heartbeat. And then I was speaking, and at that time I was speaking to a player called Joby McEnough.
Oh yeah, big up Joby.
Yeah, big up Joby, man. He's a cool guy, man. He was just like, "I've got a regular heartbeat. Like, what's that about?" And to be fair,
because if you're born with it don't matter.
It's quite common, and obviously in black players. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a thing where it should fail your medical. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so that at that period, I actually said, that's what I said to work again. I'm gone. Beforehand, again, because he's literally just told me on the weekend that I'm signing. So I said to the manager, "I'm not coming in." I called him straight after the gaffer called me. Said, "I'm not signing. I'm not coming to work," and they were just buzzing. So please believe, on that Tuesday, I was at work.
Yeah.
My head is gone at the moment. Like, I'm actually feeling low at this point. I'm just like,
that's
I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, is this football thing for me, really?
Yeah.
And then my agent calls me again and goes, "Listen, Barrow want to sign you." I was like, "What's Barrow? I've never heard of them."
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh yeah, they've just been promoted to the National League from the Conference North or something." And I was just like, "Is it full time?" They're like, "Yeah, okay, cool. How much they paying a week?" And I was like, "Cool. Okay, that can work. I can work around that."
Yeah.
These times in non-league football, right? There was no tax, so you get paid cash in hand. So when someone says you're on £200 a week, you're on £200 a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So me going in, this is the first time I'm going to a professional fight now. I'm 25, 26. So I won't say the figure what obviously they gave me.
Yeah.
But I was like, the figure they gave me, I was like, that's enough. I'll be a bit short by like £200, but that's enough. So I'm thinking that's the figure.
Yeah.
So I'm just there enjoying myself, like, well, not enjoying myself, but just going.
Yeah.
I've moved to Barrow now. I've moved up to Rochdale because that's where they used to train. Because Barrow is like 2 hours from Manchester.
Did your missus and someone at the time come with you?
Nah, so they stayed,
Okay.
and I was doing the trips because I
Okay.
was like, because it was in January, so I can't just
Yeah.
get them up and moving.
Yeah.
So I was doing the trips back and forth, which is fine. I was happy with because I had to make the commitment. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
I was like, if I want to be a professional
You've
footballer,
got some
I've got
sacrifice.
to do the sacrifice,
Yeah,
but I still got to make time for my little boy. Doing back and forth, so I'm there training, and I actually signed with an injury. I had like a shin injury. Shin injury at the time. So I didn't play for a couple of weeks before I got there.
Yeah.
And these times the teams were winning and that. And one of my boys there, Byron Harrison, big up Byron as well. He was scoring goals for fun there, and I was there to help him out because he just got injured.
Right.
But quite a long story short, I didn't really end up playing. I played like 7 games there in the end, from January to the end of the season.
Yeah.
But when I got my first pay slip, I looked at it and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
I called up the gaffer.
Tax.
I called up the gaffer straight away. I said, Gaffer, what is this? I thought I was meant to get paid this. He's like, no, this is what you. He said, oh yeah, you've been taxed. I said, tax? What's that?
Wow. and what age is this? 25, 26?
25.
Yeah,
26.
because
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah,
it's
it's mad.
different. Yeah.
I said, tax? What's that mean? Because when I get paid through work, I know about tax.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But in the football world that I was from,
You didn't know about tax.
if someone says you're on £400 a week, I'm thinking I'm on £400 a week.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about tax.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, Gaffer, this can't work. I can't do this. These time I'm really signed. Obviously, I can't do nothing.
You're not going
And he's like, yeah, I'll see what I can do for you. To be fair, he didn't shut it off. He said, I'll see what he can do. Obviously, probably full well known he can't do nothing. I was like, Gaffer, I've got bills to pay. I made it work. I had to make it work. I was always short, but I had to make it work. Do you know what I mean? And I made it work. I made it work for that year. But that was my stepping stone into professional football.
Right, okay.
So then, after that, so obviously, like I said, I played for Barrow, played 7 games, I scored 1 goal.
Yep.
And then, I got a call at the end of the season. Gaffer just said, yeah, we're not gonna keep you on. Obviously, I know it's difficult. You had a difficult season and stuff, but we're gonna let you go. And I was just like, all right, cool. No, but I just said, I didn't think it's fair. You didn't give me a chance. He's like, I know, but it's football. You know that bubble. It's football. So you just have to. When I was that age, I didn't realize what that meant.
What that meant, yeah.
Now I do, and then obviously I had to just move on. And then the next club after that would have been Woking.
Yeah. And how was that?
That was good. I really enjoyed my time there.
Yeah.
So that was my old gaffer, Anthony Limbrick. He was a young gaffer as well. So that was like his proper first team job as well.
Yeah.
And then literally, I was buzzing because they gave me the number 9 shirt, and this is like I'm going to be like the main man in the National League now, like for this team. So I was absolutely buzzing. I was like, yeah, this is my opportunity. I've got to take it with both hands. And that season we actually started off really well. Like we had a youngish squad. We started really well. We was only doing three mornings a week, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it was still something that I wanted to do. Played. How many games did I play? I think I played like 28 games, scored 10 goals. I got 10 assists not even that season, just by Jan.
Yeah.
We had a really good FA Cup run. We played Bury when they were in League One.
Yeah.
We drew at home to them 1-0, and then I played Bury away. We ended up beating them 3-0 away. And I scored.
Sick.
So I was just and I was on fire that season, like just that period. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, another good FA Cup run. And then we played Peterborough next. Played them at home. Drew again, 1-0. Went to the Peterborough away. And then I was just buzzing. I was like, oh, this is what my life could be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Played Peterborough. We ended up going 1-0 up, and I scored like a banger with my left foot, cut in, bam, whipped it. I was like, went 1-0 up. I was like, oh my God, this is like surreal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We ended up losing 5-2, but we went 1-0, 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 to them, 2-0 to us, and we was like, bro, this is a crazy game.
Yeah.
Ended up losing 5-2, and then the guy, is it Madison? Do you remember him? Left foot.
Yeah, I remember Madison.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Yeah,
Different,
he was techie.
crazy.
Yeah.
He's in jail now, but he was crazy as in
Was
like
it?
good football.
Yeah.
And then different colour boots. He was just like cocky with it. Like he didn't care. Left footed. He just ran the whole show.
Sure, he played. I'm sure that was a period when Judge was playing for Peterborough as well. That he would have
Possibly,
been there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Possibly around the same time, yeah. I'd say so.
So then I've got to ask that. I'm sure my football knowledge is quite good. Ross County, Scotland.
Yeah. So that was that season. So That was that.
Julius in the back.
Your gadget messing up.
So to Ross County.
Yeah, so that was that season. So Ross County were a few clubs were looking at me in Jan, and Peterborough was one of them again. So after they rejected me, they were looking at me, and then Ross County was looking at me as well. And at the time, the manager was the old Bolton manager.
Not Allardyce.
Nah,
Not Sammy Lee.
no, he's Scottish.
Scottish.
What's his name again?
Old Bolton manager.
You do know him.
I probably know him,
You
but
know
I
him.
can't think.
Was he Bolton manager when they were in the Prem or not?
When they were in the Prem.
Scottish manager.
Bolton.
That might be a quiz question.
It's gonna bug me now.
We're gonna have to find that.
It's
you
gonna
keep going, we'll
bug
find
me
it.
now.
You keep going, we'll find
Because
it.
I should remember his name because he was actually good to me. What's his name? For so long. But anyways,
Yeah.
he was a manager, and then he called me. He's like, "Oh, you're out in here. I really want to sign you." And I was like, "Raw, like he's
Owen Cole?
Owen Coyle."
That's
Oh,
it? Yeah.
There we go.
Okay,
So Owen Coyle called me.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you're out in here. Like, I really like you. Seeing how you play, I really want to sign you." Because they came to watch you twice. The first game they came to watch me, I think we lost, and I didn't play that well.
Right.
And then they were like, and then my agent was like, they said, no, they're not really feeling you. I said, all right. And then my agent told them, listen, no, trust me, he's good. Go back again.
Yeah.
So they came back again. We drew 4 with Maidstone, but I scored, got an assist. I played crazy at the game, and then after that, they were like, yeah, we want you. Owen Coyle called me. He's like, yeah, we really want you. And I was thinking, right, Owen Coyle, like, he's had some big players, so like, he's been in the Prem. So how does he want me? So I was gassed of that, and then I said to the manager, I was like, listen, you got to let me go, man. And he really didn't want to let me go because he knew if I went, because there was me and there was another player called Joe Ward. He now plays for, he signed for Peterborough. They bought him for like, I think, like 100 bags. And then if both of us went, the club, they would be struggling.
There'd be problems, yeah.
But I said, Gaffer, I can't lie. Like a few years ago, man was sitting inside. Now I've got a chance to play in the top league in the Premier League.
Yeah.
In the,
Scottish
in
Prem.
Scotland, Scottish Prem.
Yeah.
I said, I have to go. You have to let me do something.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I really... Eventually, he understood.
Yeah.
And he says to this day that he regrets that decision. But he had to do it, and I had to do it as well.
Yeah, of
I was
course.
like, I have to do it. I have to go play there. And then, I went to Scotland. And then it was different. So literally, I was playing for Maidstone the week before, went to Scotland the week after. And I was just playing in the Scottish Prem. I was just like, wow, this is crazy. First game, it was a Scottish Cup game. We played against Kilmarnock. So I had 2 training sessions with them, Thursday and Friday. And the Friday training session, I was ripping training. And then he's like, I'm starting you tomorrow, by the way.
Wow.
I was like,
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, for
I was
real.
like, let's go. So play Kilmarnock away on the Astro. Actually played well that game. And then, so I've gone from like sort of part-time-ish, like hybrid, to now full-time intense. Like just off the straight next week, I'm just like training Monday, Tuesday. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So Kilmarnock game comes and I'm just out there just running around like a headless chicken, just loads of energy. I'm looking at the time. I'm thinking it's like 30 minutes gone. I remember it clearly. It said 14 minutes and 50 seconds. I was blowing.
Tired.
The ball wasn't going out of play.
Yeah.
You know, internationally, the ball going out of play, you can get your rest.
Yeah.
The ball wasn't going out of play, and I'm blown. I'm thinking, obviously, the quality is better, so the ball's gonna stay in longer. When the ball's going out of play, man, just dashing it in quickly. Phew! It's like, bro, I just need a rest. Like,
Yeah.
I ended up playing. I actually played well that game. I think we lost, but Owen Coyle coming to me after. He was like, "Oh, brilliant performance." I was just gassed. I was like, "Oh, here I am." Like, good. Next game was Motherwell away. Didn't play as good. I was knackered.
Yeah.
I was knackered from Kilmarnock. Didn't play as well. He brought me off. Like after 60 for replacement for David Ngog. Do you remember him?
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, so played with him. Yeah, replaced him for David Ngog, and then I didn't really play. And then I didn't really play after. I think I played the next game was like Aberdeen,
Yeah.
and then he dragged me off for half time. to each other. Me at halftime, and then obviously my guy, who's my guy now, Chris Eagles. Remember him?
Yeah, the one you used to play for United.
Yeah, so he played for him as well.
Yeah.
Chris Eagles,
That
yeah?
Chris Eagles, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We used to they had a flat together, innit? So we shared. So it was really close when we was there.
Yeah.
Drag us both at half time, and I was like, "Raw, like, this is like, it was like a reality check, like, whoa,
Yeah,
like,
you're not here for games.
if the game's real,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?" And then it was hard, yeah, because the results weren't going well as well for us at that time.
Right.
So then, cut a long story short, it was like probably a month later, where I'm just training in the gym, working hard, trying to get back, because obviously I'm dropped now, so like.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to get
in,
make sure you're right. Yeah.
make sure you're right. And then he's speaking to me. He's like, "Listen, I can see you're working. Obviously, your time will come." Then we played a reserve game against Inverness, like who were in the league below. Like not even reserve, it's a behind closed door game.
Yeah.
I scored 2 goals and I got an assist and that. And then he was just like to me, "Yeah, you're ready. Like I'm gonna start you next game." But the next game is obviously the following week.
Right.
During that week, he ended up getting sacked.
Wow.
I was like, wow.
Before we move on, I want to ask a couple questions. What was it?
We got. Anyway, go on.
What was playing in Scotland like? Obviously, because everyone says it's cold up there, like it's different. And I wanted to ask, did you play against Rangers and Celtic? What was that like?
I didn't get to play against them away. I played against Rangers at home. I didn't get on.
Yeah.
But just being at home and seeing how much fans, the atmosphere was crazy. It's crazy. I'm glad I didn't get to play away.
Because I heard Ibrox is...
You know, that's the reason I went to Scotland. I'm thinking Scotland, Celtic Rangers. I was like, yeah, let's go.
And what about the weather? Did you adjust?
The weather was fine. It weren't
right?
up in Inverness. It weren't even that cold. It weren't as cold as what Scotland.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be freezing.
Yeah.
Like, I think like when I was back home, there was like a massive snowstorm, like and then up there, it was nice and sunny. It was sunny. I was just like, so I didn't really
experience that side of it. Yeah.
So then Owen Coyle got sacked that week, and then that was it. That was basically it for me, bro. Like the youth team manager got promoted, and then he just played people that he knew, none of the people that
obviously
Owen Coyle brought in.
Yeah.
And then at that time there was stuff going on at home that affected my time there as well, because I had to be back and forth. So there was a time that I had to be back home for like a few days. So then the gaffer's like, "Oh, listen, take a few days off." He gave me a time to be back. So then when I came back at that time, he goes, "What are you doing? Why are you back so late?" I said, "Huh?" I said, "You gave me this time off. You said I should be back at this time, and I was." He goes, "No, I didn't." I was like, "You told."
Wow.
I was like, "You told me this." Like, he goes, "No, I didn't." And then from then,
You just knew. Breakdown.
I knew it was breakdown, and I was just like, "Listen, this is." So I was going back and forth. To be fair, the journey wasn't that long. Like it was like from Inverness to Luton, it was only like 50 minutes to an hour.
Oh, that's all right. Then.
And it weren't expensive either. It was like £20.
Okay.
But the only thing is, I could never go home on a Saturday because the last flight was before kickoff finished.
So you're playing in it, of course, isn't it?
Yeah. So I never drove there. I was just playing in it. So the last flight was always like when kickoff's finished. So then I could only go home on a Tuesday. So say if I get Wednesday off, I'll go home straight after training and then come back on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it was just quick so I could see my son and that.
Yeah.
So I was doing the back and forth thing, loads. But like I said, it was a risk I had to take. But then Gaffer got sacked, and then it just got to a point where it was just like, yeah, this is not going to work. I'm away from my family. There's stuff going on at home that I need to be sorting out. I'm not even there. That's just like, and then we just came to a mutual and then ended it. And then then I ended up sitting at home for like 2 months, just watching football and that, because I can't sign nowhere at this point.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And that's when you moved to Dover.
Yeah, that's where I moved to Dover.
Because that's the one that you played the most games for that we got down there.
Yeah. So that's when the manager at the time was Chris Kinnear.
Okay.
And then he was just like, "Yeah, I know about you. I want to sign you." Chris Kinnear football. Everyone, if you know about Chris Kinnear, he was doing this man-for-man marketing.
Yeah,
so,
I remember that.
Man-for-man.
I played against Dover a load of times, man. That was different.
Yeah,
very different. Very different.
Man-for-man. So say if
mentally though, like
say
for
if
the
I'm
opposition,
say if I'm a centre half and Westy's a winger and I'm assigned to him, wherever he goes, I'm going.
Yeah,
wow.
It doesn't matter. You can't pass him on. So say if he goes from here all the way to centre back and then up front, I have to follow him.
Wow.
That's what he was on.
Yeah, he was on that.
What was adapting to that like?
It was for me as a striker. I was a striker at this point.
Yeah.
But he ended up playing me left mid, and he's like, oh, you know what? Because I see you as a left mid. Because obviously I like to drift a little bit when I play. He's like, you know what? I want him left mid, and he had another striker up front.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm never gonna say no. I'll say I'll do the job.
Yeah.
So then when the right back had it, I'm following him. So the right back's dragging me all the way up there.
Oh.
I'm running all the way up there, and then I'm seeing the ball out for our goal kick. I have to sprint to go up there up front. Wait 1 second while I get up there so you can kick the ball to me.
Yeah, of course.
I was doing that. Bam, 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 all the time. I didn't score for like 14 games. Well, no, I didn't score at all for 14 games because obviously I was doing that.
Yeah.
And then the results were going downhill at this point as well. Yeah. So we was like near the bottom of the league. He ended up getting sacked.
Right.
And then a new gaffer coming called Hessenthal, Inih Effiong.
We got Hess, man.
They got Hess. I've got a lot of
man.
time. I've got plenty of time for Hess. Hess is my guy, man. Like, when I see him, we still speak. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he really helped me out in my career because he just said, he came in, he goes, Inih, I don't know why you've been playing left mid. I'm playing you up front. We're going to play to your strengths. We're going to get the ball up to you. You're going to bully people. We're going to win second balls. Yeah. We're going to be aggressive but hard working because he loved pressing as well.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going to get you pressing. Done all that. And then, and then that season, I ended up scoring, I think I ended up scoring like 11 goals that season. Yeah. But off the back of having the first 14 games crazy.
Right.
And I still scored, but that was it was 12 goals that season, but that was still top goal scorer. So I still ended up top goal scorer that season. And I was buzzing with that. And I ended up signing a new deal during that season to stay for next season. I was like, that's a no-brainer with him.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And he helped me out. And then the next season with him, I ended up scoring, that was the COVID year now. So we're going into the COVID year. And then I ended up scoring 16 goals that season.
Okay.
Before it got shut off. So I was obviously on course for 20.
Yeah.
I think it was like 36 games I played that season. So I would have had another
10 games.
10 games
Yeah.
to score 4 goals. So I would have hit it. But during that period, Stockport came in for me. So Stockport County came in to sign me during that season. And then so just before the games got shut off, so there was one last weekend where everyone played, and then after that weekend, everyone got shut off. But then that's when my deal went through for Stockport. So the gaffer said, I'm not going to play you on Saturday because I want you to go to Stockport.
Yeah.
Like the deal was agreed money. So I was going to go up there on a Monday. So obviously that was the last game I ever played. So I'm sitting in the stands saying bye to everyone, saying, I'm going to Stockport. Yeah. And then obviously COVID happened. So the game, that move got shut off. The move got shut off completely, and they said, obviously COVID's happened, so we're not going to sign you. But we didn't know if the season was going to start again. So everyone's still training. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Not training with the teams, but training separately.
Yeah.
So I'm still training, everyone's still training by themselves, just doing it. And then obviously that just fell through. And then, so then that season, I ended up going to Stevenage.
Yeah.
But then I didn't want to go to Stevenage, to be honest, because after what happened the first time, and I said to the missus at that time, I was like, I don't even want to go to Stevenage. Why am I going to Stevenage for? Like, look what they done to me the first time. And she was just like, no, just go and see what the manager said. And the manager at the time was like, sent me a present. Like, I got there, had a big presentation about myself, and now I was buzzing. I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
Like, let me go play for him. Like, he actually seems like he really wants me there.
Yeah.
And that's what you want as a player. You want to be...
Of course, you want to be wanted.
Let me be wanted. So I was just like, perfect. Let me go there. And they didn't know. I already committed to them, but at this time, they didn't know if they were going to be in the Football League or National League at this point, because there was something about the team below having, I think there was like a points thing where...
They stayed up though, didn't they? Yeah,
they stayed up, because they didn't know.
Yeah.
I think a team below that stayed up had to get deducted points.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So then they ended up getting a reprieve back into their Football League. So I was like, wow, so I'm in the Football League now.
Yeah.
I was buzzing, had a good pre-season, trained well during pre-season, and then come to the first game of the season, and they were waiting on this player, a striker, to sign, but he scored goals for them before, but he wasn't committing to them. So the whole pre-season he wasn't there. And I was there, front line, I had the number 9 shirt just there. And then he ended up signing a week before the season started. And then obviously I was like, okay, like nothing.
Yeah,
like
sure.
I'm probably gonna start.
Yeah.
We got up to Barrow, first game of the season. The gaffer calls me in and goes, by the way, I know you've done really well pre-season. Like, I'm gutted to do this, but I'm not gonna start you tomorrow. I said, what? Because like obviously you haven't played league football before. You're a bit inexperienced, so I'm going someone who's a bit more experienced in the league. I said, gaffer, I actually said I'm disappointed because like you brought me here and I've been here the whole pre-season doing well and stuff, and then you've gone and done that. And he goes, I know, I'm sorry, but like this is what I'm gonna go with. I was like, all right, cool, that's what you're doing. Didn't start the first game of the season. Then he ended up bringing me on because we wasn't really doing well. He ended up bringing me on in like the 65th minute, and then was losing. I come on, got a pen, scored, so it was 1-1. Came up to me and hugged me. He's like, oh, look, buzzing for you. You got me my first point, because he's a first-time manager as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In the football league.
Yeah.
So he was like, you got me my first point. I'm buzzing. It's like, yeah. And then started the next game. Started the next game after that. Oldham got another penalty. Because Oldham, I didn't score. Like I missed the penalty. And then I was just like, and then I didn't start the next game. And then after that, it was just back and forth. But then at the time, he was trying to change the way I was playing. So this time, I'm like 29, 30.
Yeah.
And then, so I've got my way of playing. You show me videos of how I'm playing.
Yeah.
And then he's like, nope, I want you to play like this now. And that was a bit of a shock to me, because I'm like, I've been playing like this my whole career, scoring goals, and then you're trying to change me.
At this age.
Trying to change me at this age. It's a bit... But obviously, I took it on. Listen, I tried.
Yeah.
Tried to do it.
You couldn't do it.
And I just couldn't adapt to how he wanted me to play.
Yeah.
So then he went for a period. He was like, you know what? I'm going to let you play how you want to play. However you want to play, I'll let you play. Like, I'm going to give you the floor, basically. And I was like, perfect. Played MK Dons in like a Papa John Trophy game. We ended up losing, but I played well. The next game against Mansfield, I was like, and he was like, oh, see, that's the Effiong that I signed. But I was thinking, I've been here the whole time.
Yeah. You had in your ideas.
Yeah.
I've been here the whole time. Yeah. And then after that, he was just like, and then we played Forest Green away. I still played well, but then obviously he wasn't happy with my performances. And then he goes, you know what? No, I know I wanted you to play. I wanted you to play the way you wanted to play, but I want you to go back the way I'm playing now. So then I was just like, oh, this is long.
Yeah.
And up making like squads and that, having to train, obviously on a Saturday when people was playing, just got long. And I was like, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's not obviously not working.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like trying to do extras, doing extras, doing well in training, being consistent in training. Because you came up to me and was like, listen, like, I want you to be doing more in training, doing extras. I was like, but I do extras. Though. No, I want you to do more. I was like, all right, cool. End up doing more, staying out there longer. I remember there was one time when I was training and I had to pick up my son from school. Obviously, you have to pick up, and we was out there for so long. And then, obviously, I made a mistake. I was like, Gaffer, what's the time? He's like, and he told me, he goes, why you ask me for the time for? You're at work. Like, this is work time. Like, why you don't really ask me what the time is? Like, this is your job here now, and then you do whatever after. And I was like, I've got to pick up my son. He's like, I don't care. But looking back at it, I can get where you come from.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, this is your time to work. But obviously, I'm just conscious that I don't want to miss. Like, I thought it was just an innocent question, which it is. Do you know what I mean? At the time,
it wasn't meant, you know.
It meant at the time where like, oh, this is. I'm just like, okay, keeping time. Like, Gaffer, I've got to pick up my son like soon. But I don't think he didn't like that. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And I was just like, all right, cool. And then it just wasn't working. And then I said, oh, can I go on loan? I was like, all right, cool. Went on loan to Barnet for 1 month. And they were rock bottom of the table at this point. First game, Halifax away. That place is, everyone knows Halifax away is a tough place to go to.
Massive pitch.
Went to Halifax away, lost 5-1. Ended up scoring the only goal. Then he messaged me, oh, brilliant, I'm glad you got your first goal. I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. The whole month was just terrible. For Barnet itself, they were going downhill. Yeah. And then they had 2 managers while I was there. So, and then ended up leaving. The manager wanted me to stay there. I said no. And then Notts County came in for me.
Yep.
And then I was buzzing. I was like, wow, Notts County, that's a massive club.
Yeah.
Neil Ardley, like who I knew of at the time, I knew he was a good manager. Went there, I was like, yeah, I want to go Notts County. That'd be good for me. they wanted me before I signed for Stevenage anyway, but I just signed for Stevenage. Went to Notts County, and I went there with like a different mindset. It probably wasn't the best of mindsets, but like I went there, and this is the period where like, I'm sort of like disappointed in myself. Like, I went there and like I just thought that because I came from League 2, I'm just gonna automatically play because I'm in the National League again.
Yeah.
And obviously everyone knew I do my stuff, so I thought I was good. Which I did play the first few games, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But then we started losing a bit, and then obviously we started losing a few, and some of the results weren't going our way. But then the manager at the time, Nuali, like he pulled me in the office, and I'll never forget, because I was thinking like, why am I not playing? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And he goes, the reason you're not playing because you're not in the team, and I'm not seeing you doing anything extra to get yourself in the team. And I was just like, and normally I do like, that's my stuff. So I don't know why I thought I could drop off there, because maybe I thought they were in the national league.
Yeah, the league was beneath you kind of thing.
Do you know what I mean? And even at Dover, I
Yeah.
always done my extras. Everyone knows me. I was always doing that. So I was just like, bro, like, why did I feel that I can not like, do that there?
Yeah.
And he gave me a proper kick up the arse, basically. He was just like, listen, I want you to be doing more than the rest. Like, straight up. Do you know what I mean? Like, working hard, running hard, blah, blah, blah. And at the time, I was annoyed. I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But then when I got myself together, I was like, nah, Inih, get yourself in check. So then me and the guy called Jake Reeves.
Big up Reevesy,
Big
man.
up
I used to
Reevesy.
be my car school guy, man.
Yeah, well, we got
Reevesy,
Reevesy. So me and him, like, he was just going gym in the morning, early mornings by himself. And I said, you know what, I'm joining with you. So we used to go gym before anyone, like, and a guy called Ben Turner as well. He came in as well. He was like, he's a good centre back. We used to go gym together in the morning. So training will probably start, I think people had to be in for 9 or 10, I can't remember. But we was always in an hour and a half early, banging out gym, banging it out proper. So when we came to training, we was pumped. Do you know what I mean? And then like we started to, like I started to see that. He started to see the improvement, and he was like, "Yeah, look, see, I can see
This is what you're looking for.
I can see. This is what I was looking for. I can see you're working hard now. Do you get me? Now I'm gonna play you." Then he started playing me, and then I think we played Yeovil away, and then I started that game, but then he dragged me off at half time. I said, "Huh? I was actually good that game." Do you know what I mean? Dragged me off time, and then I didn't understand why. And then I didn't even get to speak to him after that, because after that game he got sacked.
Right, okay.
And then after that the new manager came in, and then literally didn't even get to showcase anything to him. He just didn't fancy me at all. I didn't play for him once. He just sent me back, and then he called me. I remember it was a Wednesday, and he called me and he said, "Oh, by the way, Stevenage obviously said that they'll take you back. You can go back training with them, try to get in their team." I was like, okay, no problem. And then I called up Stevenage, said, "Oh yeah, I'm coming back." They're like, "No, what you come back for?" I said, "No, they said that I could come back."
Wow.
He said, "No, they paid for you for the whole season. Like, it's a season-long loan, so you know, not coming back here." I said, "Oh, like what's good?" Like, I said, "But Notts County said that I can't go back, and you're saying go." So what I do is like, "Oh, well, you should chill at home." So I was like chilling at home, getting paid, and I had to chill at home to the end of the season. At this period, so my head's just like, this is crazy. Like, this has been a crazy period for me now. I'm just like, wow. And then so the season ends. Obviously, Stevenage don't renew my contract, and then that's where I went back to Woking. Went back to Woking, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go back to Woking, go to like just play games, blah blah blah. And then that season, ended up scoring, I think it was like 13 goals. It wasn't as prolific because I was. It wasn't as prolific as I would have liked. But it's funny because at the time when I was there was I wasn't on pens. But if I was on pens, I would have probably hit 20 plus, because the person that was on pens ended up scoring 13 goals. And 10 of them were pens.
Who was that again? Max
Kretschmer.
But
To be fair to him, he was a very good penalty taker, and I'm not going to disrespect the gaffer. He's got a designated penalty taker already. I'm not just going to start taking the ball off people.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Do you know what I mean? So that wasn't as prolific, but I still got into the double digits, which was fine. Do you know what I mean?
And then, so go on.
Yeah, so that was fine. Had an okay, that people might say is a good season. It's an okay season for me. Do you know what I mean? Considering. And obviously the manager ended up getting sacked that season as well. So it was back and forth. and then after that I went to Aldershot.
Yeah. So back-to-back seasons in terms of just like literally scoring double figures.
Just scoring, and funny enough, the manager at the time, obviously, like Steven, he ended up getting sacked, and then he basically messaged saying, "Listen, I see that you're doing well. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, show people who the real, like who I signed, like the Effiong that I signed. Like, obviously, I know things didn't work. It's basically like
I rate that though.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not gonna lie, I proper rate that because like some managers, like they don't say nothing. Some managers do. Yeah.
But the thing is, I didn't have hate towards him, but I was just like, why did he do it? He brought me in. Why did he do that? But then when he done that, I was like, you know what? Everyone's human. Do you know what I mean? And
100%.
obviously he ended up getting sacked, but he came, like, he saw me scoring goals. He's like, I see you doing your stuff. Like, he goes, obviously, like, it was, I wouldn't say like an apology, but it was just basically like, I basically messed up. I basically like messed up on you, and I basically,
I'll take the L.
I done you wrong in my time when I was with you. Put it that way.
That's a big man. That's a big person to do that.
But
that's what I mean. I rate it.
Yeah, but you do. But I see you doing your thing now. So do your. And I just said, listen. I sent them a message saying, listen, I know like things happen, but we can't let these things keep us down. Because I was obviously relying on Tim getting sacked. I said, listen, you'll be back stronger. Blah blah blah. I sent him a nice message as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that was that. But yeah, so I went back to Aldershot. Went to Aldershot, which obviously I was getting a lot of stick from the fans because obviously Woking Aldershot is like Spurs, Tottenham, Spurs, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Went to Aldershot with a manager, and he was actually good. He had the right know-how. Like, he really worked hard off the field for us, but it just wasn't. It didn't happen on the field. But I was still scoring goals at this point. So like defensively we weren't great. Like, was leaking goals, but attacking wise we was good. Yeah. So it was like we had to outscore the team.
Teams,
and that's what it came to. And obviously I done really well that season. I scored like 15 goals in 30 games. And then that's when obviously Dagenham came in for me. They were just like, we really want to sign you.
Yeah. That's where I saw you, boy. Just mashing up defenders, just holding defenders off, just doing a madness.
Yeah, so that's when Dagenham came in and then said, I really want to sign you. And I was like, okay, like, what's going on? Yeah. And it's closer to home at that point and everything, like, because Aldershot was like hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer for me and the family. Do you know what I mean? It's closer to home. Yeah. And they were near the playoffs at that point as well. Yeah. So I was like, oh, good chance of getting playoffs. Yeah. So I signed there. They bought me, signed there, and I just started on the house on fire. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think first game was Oldham away. I came on, didn't really play because I literally travelled. I went to training for Aldershot that morning, and I was playing for Dagenham that evening at Oldham away. Wow. So, mad. You remember Macca had to drove me to Oldham.
Yeah. I remember. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That.
So
we didn't win that game.
You didn't win, no.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But so I was I was training in the morning at Aldershot, and then I had to go
to
Oldham that same night. So I didn't even prepare properly. Yeah. So obviously I wasn't going to start. Yeah. And then it was the next game that I think it's the first home game I played. And these times I've obviously just come off the back of scoring for Aldershot, so I'm just on fire. And then I ended up scoring like 2 goals against Solihull on my debut at home, and then just had a really good time at Dagenham in that season. Obviously the manager ended up getting sacked, and then a new manager came in, Strevs, who obviously is a good guy as well.
Big up Strevs as well.
Big up Strevs, yeah. I got along with Strevs. We had a little bit of a passer at the start, but it was just him understanding my sort of play and how I play, and obviously how he manages, and then. But obviously we came to a mutual sort of thing of I'm gonna do like he's gonna lead me to play how I play, and I'm just gonna manage out, and then it worked. Do you know what I mean? I ended up scoring. How many goals I scored? I scored 16 goals that season. Okay. The second season, but obviously I missed 4 months of the season.
Oh, talk us through that one.
Yeah, so
talk us through because this is important.
I ended up missing 4 months of that season. Yeah. So after five games or 4 games, I ended up collapsing on the pitch at Maidenhead away. I can't remember what happened on that day. So only what I've been told. That I played the full game, ended up collapsing, and then and then obviously I don't have a clue what happened. I ended up in the hospital. The only thing I remember is that apparently I was going in and out of like a daze.
I can tell my point of view because
Yeah.
I played in the game as well. But go on.
Yeah, so I was going in and out of a daze, like I can't remember what they called it. It's like a trance. I was just like looking in one area for about 20 minutes, like just staring, and then I'll go be back in the room staring, and then I was doing that for hours. Didn't have a clue what was going on. Doing it for hours. They didn't understand. They done like a head scan. They done like a heart scan. Nothing was wrong in the heart. So they were relating it to like a seizure. I might have just had a seizure that day. And then the only thing I remember literally is waking up in the hospital like fully, and then my little sister, my older sister, just praying, sitting there next to me praying, and I looked at them like, "What are you not doing?" They're like, "What do you mean? What are you doing? Like you've been in, like you've had a malaxin. They had to do," and I was in my full kit, full match kit as well, like everything, shin pads still on, all of that. I was in hospital for hours, didn't have a clue what was going on, and then. Big up to Dagon because obviously they really looked after me. They really done everything they could to give me the best support, gave me the time off that I would needed. And at that point when it happened, I was thinking of just sacking football. I was like, this is me. Like, I don't know what it is. Is it my heart? Is it that is football that worth it for me to risk that and not be there for my kids? Do you know what I mean? I was thinking all of this stuff. And then as the weeks and then months went by, and I couldn't drive for 6 months either, weren't allowed. So my partner at the time, big up Gemma, she helped me out.
Big up Gemma, man.
Big up Gemma. She done everything for me. Everything. She's my chauffeur, food, everything. She does that anyway now, except for the driving part. She said she's not driving again. she says, I'm not driving again for you ever again. But I said, listen, no problem.
Can I say, obviously, because I played in it, so for me, like my point of view. Obviously, we played the whole 90. Like, we played together, and we're shaking hands, Kerry. And then I look over, and he's on the floor. And I'm saying, what's he doing? Like, what's going on the floor? And then we're calling the physios and everyone over. Like, Inih's on the floor. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So everyone was like, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm thinking the only thing I can remember is you was ill that week.
Yeah, I was ill.
That was the only thing, because
so you played the full 90 minutes.
He played the whole game. This happened at the end of the game. Do you know what I'm saying?
End of the game.
And I want to big up Loco.
Yeah, Kev Loco.
Kev, because he's mate, and he played for Maidenhead, and without
really
certain people,
me,
that's what I'm saying. Without
really
certain people that was there, it would have been different. Do you get what I mean? And Locks, and there was someone else on their team that helped. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, like they was really helpful, man, and everyone like we was on that pitch for about an hour, bro. Like, and obviously the paramedics and the physio was with Inih, because we're like, we don't know what's wrong. He's played the whole game. It's not like he ain't played.
Yeah,
he's played the whole game. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So even for me, that was a scary experience, because I've never seen that, bro. Like, I've never seen a player like collapse. Obviously, I know another friend of Fabrice Muamba where he did, and like that happened to him, but that was his heart. We knew what that was. With you, we didn't know.
Didn't have a clue.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And with Fabrice, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
you've seen it first hand.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing it first hand, Kerry, and I'm like when I'm saying I'm petrified, I'm saying,
of course,
we just played a game.
That's trauma in itself, bro.
Because you're thinking, when you hear someone collapse on the pitch,
it don't sound good. It's not good.
It never sounds
unless
good.
it's the ball hitting your head and like you're like. Do you know what I'm saying? But there was nothing of that like nature that happened. He just collapsed, didn't it?
So you can imagine it for my missus when she's at like one of her friends' afternoon parties as well, birthday parties. Yeah. I think it was her friend's daughter birthday party. So she's getting a call saying Inih's collapsed on the. She's thinking, what?
Yeah,
crazy.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Gosh,
and that's crazy.
What I'm saying. And no, man, as I said, big up Dagenham and all the paramedics and everyone even
there.
The Maidenhead
Bryony,
team.
big up
Bryony. The Maidenhead team, everyone that was there, because everyone contributed, everyone was concerned, and everyone done what they needed to do to make sure that he's here today. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I said I saw it from a different point of view, but yeah, man, that was very hard, man. Hard, because you just don't know, innit? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? You just don't know, like, when you see someone, when you see your friend on the floor, like, and you don't know why he's on the floor. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a second. We're shaking hand. I've turned around. I've turned back. He's on the floor. Do you know what I'm saying?
You don't remember?
I don't remember anything. So I've even watched the game back, and I'm just like, oh, that's
Nothing
crazy.
happened in the game.
Nothing happened in the game.
Yeah.
He was dead. We lost it.
We lost.
It was
Yeah.
a rubbish game.
Yeah,
I think I played the whole game. So then that happened. I collapsed, and then I was off for 4 months. But I was thinking like, I'm not gonna stop playing football. And then I done all the tests. So I done CT scan, done every heart scan. I done like tests where like you run and you. Do you know what I mean? I done all sorts of tests.
All that. Yeah,
I done everything. Made sure that it's nothing. There's nothing wrong with my heart, and they come back clear. Nothing wrong with my heart. Nothing wrong with my head. So it was just a freak sort of. It was freak. It was just a freak thing. I don't know what happened.
We missed the point as well. I don't know if you want to Barnet. Last game of the season.
No, I'm covered to that.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I thought we missed it. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that was it's just a freak thing. So like I said, missed 4 months of that season.
Yeah.
Missed 4 months of the season, but like I missed the first 2 months, obviously recovering from this, and then it got to weeks and weeks, and I was like, you know what, I actually miss football. You know. Then I started training, just running by myself, making sure I can get to certain, like you have to make sure you get to certain stuff with your heart rate to make sure it's fine. So I was training, and then I had to do another test to make sure that I'm all right. Then I got the all clear. As soon as I got the all clear, I was buzzing. I was just buzzing. I was like, wow, like, I'm back at football.
Wow,
and then played Oldham away.
Yeah.
First game back 2 months, played 90 minutes.
No way. No way.
But you know what, yeah?
But you kept in shape though.
I kept in shape.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Like I said, he kept in shape. Just like in the rest of the story, he done what he needed to do to be ready.
I was ready. Like, ready. And to be fair to Bryony as well, at the time, she put me through my paces. So it weren't just like they weren't. It was just they put me through my paces. So they made me do more running down I would do in a game. So when it comes to
sure that you know that you could do it.
More sprints that I'll do in a game. So when it comes to it, I'll be fine.
Yeah, makes
so
sense.
they went through the thorough checks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Played 9 minutes. I was blowing, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If the gaffer said, Inih, you feeling alright after 60? I'll be like, yeah, play me. Like I don't want to come off.
Yeah.
End up playing obviously the rest of that season, and then during the season it was like right towards the end. Was it right? Yeah, right towards the end. Right towards the end of the season. Yeah. So my dad passed, like suddenly out of nowhere. So like the week before, he's messaging me saying good luck for your game. The next week, he died, and it was just literally he just had it's a Sunday and he's a pastor, so he's normally at church. Yeah. I get a message from so the guy, my dad's right hand man. Yeah. His son messaged me on Instagram. I hadn't spoken to him for years, put it this way, like since I used to go to church. He messaged me, he's like, oh, you need to speak to my dad. He's something important, he's to tell you. It's like, what you talk? Like I called him. So I called him, I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, he knew at the time, but he couldn't tell me.
Yeah.
So imagine him on the phone knowing what he knows, and I don't even know yet. So he's like, I can't, like, obviously just speak to my dad, innit? Like, something's gone on with your dad. And I was thinking, what do you mean something's gone? Yeah. At this time, I don't have a clue. But in my head, something told me something's really not right here. Do you know what I mean? I had a feeling instantly, because no one ever calls me saying something's happened to my dad. Yeah. Anyways, so I call his dad now, and I said, hi. He's like, yeah, you alright? I was like, no. Basically, I've come to check on your dad, and he's in the house, and he's died. I was like, what do you mean he's died? Obviously, that's your first. He's like, yeah, he's died, and I was like, what? So I've just bawled my eyes out. I'm just like, what? What happened? He's like, I don't know. Like he didn't turn up to church. We've gone to the house, and we just see him, and then he's just seen there laying there, and I'm just like, this is crazy. So then. My partner's run upstairs and she's like, what's happened? I was like, my dad's died. She started like going crazy. What do you mean he's died? These times the two kids are downstairs now. So they're not hearing that, they're just hearing us upset.
Yeah.
And then, so they're walking upstairs now, and then obviously my partner's mum was there, and then she just had the kids away. Yeah. And then I was just like, I've got to go see him. I've got to go there right now. And at this time I lived 20 minutes away from him. So I've literally just gone straight, like, and the kids are like, oh, Daddy, what's wrong? Obviously, you got to be strong. I'm like, oh, no worries, nothing. Dad's just popping out for a bit. I'm driving, I'm calling my whole family, and none of them's picking up. Not one person, my sisters, my brothers, mum, no one's picking up. And I'm calling. Listen, everyone, like, I'm sending messages. My sisters are in church. And my little sister was in church with my mum, and my older sister was at work. So I've had to call her husband now.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Collar, like, where's my sister? And then he's at work. She's at work. And I'm like, you need to get a hold of her. My dad's died. And then obviously he's gone mad. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, wow, I'm going to have to get her. So I've gone to my dad's house now. And then there's 3 church people there because they've just come from the church. Obviously that's not on. Come straight there. And then they're like, oh, yeah, obviously we're sorry. They've hugged me. And I'm just like, where was my dad? They're like, he's upstairs. So I've gone upstairs now. Went straight in the room, like obviously in his bedroom. But it's mad because as I've gone upstairs now, his body is blocking the door. So I can't even get in. Like I can't even. You know what I'm saying? I can't even get in properly. Do you know what I mean? So like, because the way he was laid out, it's like he was half on the bed, half off, but his foot was like blocking the door. So I've had to like push.
Force it open.
Push to actually try and get it open and get myself in, because when I'm opening the door, I'm going into his foot.
Yeah.
So obviously I've gone now and I'm just looking at him. I'm just like, bro, what's going on? Like, this is crazy. So it's just me and him, and he's there. I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, how did this even happen? Yeah. I'm just seeing him. Obviously, there's no life in him. Obviously, he had no like. Obviously, he had no clothes on or nothing, because it was just something that just happened instantly. And I'm just looking at him like, oh, Dad, man, like what? Like, I'm talking to him like, Dad, man, like, where are you gone? Like, what do you know what I mean? Dad. So I'm up there for about 20 minutes. Church people are downstairs, and then I'm not even crying at this point. Like, I've just gone into
shocked.
I've gone into shock mode. Then now, as I've seen that, I'm like, okay, cool. I've gone into mode that I've got to think about my sisters now, because I don't want my sisters to see my dad like this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm just like, right, what do I do? So they've called obviously the coroner people to come, and they're taking time, but my sisters and that are coming. And then I was just like, listen, they ended up coming before they came, and then I said, listen, I don't want my sisters to see my dad like this. So
way.
can you put him in the bed and just lay him down properly so they can actually go in and see him.
Yeah, of course.
Because if they saw him how I saw him,
they may not be able to deal with it. Yeah.
So it was probably a good thing that I was there first before. Do you know what I mean? Because that's the last image, obviously, I've seen them with him. Yeah. So, anyways, they came in, sorted that out. Sorted my dad out, put him in the bed. My sisters came, and then that whole week, we ended up just clearing out his whole. Because what the maddest thing is, we was gonna go and do like a revamp to his house the following week. Because it was like, Dad, like you just like, he's like a hoarder. Like you hoard loads of stuff. He's got. Do you know what encyclopedias are?
Yeah.
He's got encyclopedias like laid up in the living room from like 90s. Yeah. So that's Wikipedia basically, but book version.
Yeah. I know encyclopedia, bro. I know that.
So it was like, Dad, we're gonna come clean your place up, and he was buzzing. He was like, oh yeah, thank you. But then obviously we didn't get to do that because
obviously,
So that whole week we was just. Like, we're a close family anyway, but that got us really close. Like, we was there at his house every day, clearing everything out. And then there was the last game of the season that week as well, so it was crazy. Yeah. So I missed the training from Monday to Thursday. I think I came in on a Thursday, and then Chev was like, listen, you don't have to come in. Like, and I was like, nah. Like, I said, it's the final game of the season. I know my dad would have wanted me to play at least. I said, it's only one game as well. If it was like more games, maybe not. Yeah. One game, I can do it. Ended up coming in, didn't speak to nobody really. I was just on, do you know what I mean? Job. Yeah. Played Barnet away, and my whole family came. And these times, my whole family's never been to my football match. Like this before this. So they all came, little brothers, little sister, older brother, everyone came. And it was just nice. Like, we ended up winning 2-0. I scored a goal, and I scored, and I was just like, when I scored, I just laid on the floor.
Do you know what I mean? Of course I remember. Bro, that's what I'm saying. This is what I said. You have to say it, because that's what I remember.
I just laid on the floor.
You know, like, obviously, me and Inie's close, innit? And we speak. obviously not everything, but obviously when he was going through this, he told me certain things. So when he scored, I was like, thank God, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, I know what that meant. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, some people might have not known what that meant, but I know. When he laid on the floor, I was like, thank God. Like, I know who that was for. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. And then obviously his family was there.
Everyone was there. It
That's
was just
what I'm
like
saying. Like, it was amazing.
it was made. It was nice. The day was sunny. It was
everything,
mad.
bro. Like, it was good, man.
It was mad.
good.
So I just laid on the floor and the emotions just came over me. I tried my hardest. Like, I didn't cry, but I was so close. I was just like, wow, like, like, this is what he would have. Like, I could imagine it. Do you know what I mean?
100, man. 100%.
So then that happened. We won 2-0, and then we had his funeral. The funeral was blessed. Like, it was a really good funeral. The amount of people that was there, like, turning out, because obviously he's pastor and that.
Pastor,
It was good. Really, really good funeral. And like, as a family, he brought us even closer than we were. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we ended up like planning our first family holiday that we went on just this year.
Yeah.
We went on just because of it. It was like, how can that just happen? Like, we've got to take advantage of these moments and, do you know what I mean? Appreciate our family. So let's go on our family holiday and then that was end of the season at Dagenham, and then that was it. Last season.
Bro, I've got. Bro, I have to ask, man. There's so much. There's just so many questions I want to ask, man. There's so many, bruv. But I have to ask, like, how have you dealt with it all mentally, bro? Like, there's got to be some strength there, like, mentally. How have you and did you ever accept a time where you were at your lowest, where you thought your mental health was kind of like wavering, going back and forth?
Yeah, like 100%. Like, dealing with mentally it's obviously made me who I am today, but it's like, I still deal with it mentally, but I don't express it. Do you know what I mean? And there's always times where, like, whatever goes on in football now, and I'm thinking, oh, this is crazy, or might be good, but like, you've been lower before and you've got yourself out of that situation.
Yeah.
So as long as there's nothing lower than what you've got yourself out of, and what I got myself out of has been crazy. Whatever happens now in the future, it's all positive. Like, you can get yourself out of that. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing worse than, in my opinion, that what I've personally had to go through in life to get to where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I'm not even at the top level where I should have been, but that's fine, because I'm where I'm meant to be at that period in time. And mentally, it's been tough. Like, I still battle with things now. But and obviously it's good to talk about it. Like, I do express it to call Westy, call my other friends. You know what I mean? And speak to my missus, and because I never used to never like that. I'm always holding stuff in. But when I speak to, because then when you speak to them, people are going through some stuff as well. And even though you're going through something mad, your experiences can still help that person. Even though you're going, just because you're going through something, don't mean that you can't help that person that's not going through it as well. Do you know what I mean? And that's just how I go through life. Mentally, it's been tough over the years, because it's not been easy. But like we say, like I said to my friend Sam Cotts earlier, I was like, God gives his toughest soldiers the hardest task, because he knows you can deal with it.
Facts.
And that's just how I go, and then that's just how I go with it, and that's just how my life's been. And listen, everything I've actually prayed for when I'm younger, he's delivered. Whether it's been a professional footballer, it might not be in the Premier League, but I've been a professional footballer.
Amen.
To have healthy children, to have a good partner, fiance, wife, everything. Do you know what I mean? Everything that he's provided, I've asked for, he's provided, and that's how I deal with stuff mentally. My faith is very strong.
Amen.
Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I've got a strong partner with me by my side who's ride or die, and she helps a lot. Do you know what I mean? With my mental, but I help her with her mental. Do you know what I mean? She sees how I've dealt with stuff, and it obviously helps her in her life as well. Do you know what I mean? So it works both ways. And it's like a testimony for younger kids. When I do speak to them, because I've been in certain situations. All the young kids that's going through stuff, I've been in your situations. Trust me. You know, some people just say, "Oh no, I've actually been there." Do you know what I mean? And I could see certain characteristics which I didn't have, as in, like, I didn't have the help at that time. No, everyone just left me to my own devices. So I had to learn the hard way. But I'm trying to tell them, you don't have to learn like that. If I'm speaking to you, believe I'm speaking to you from
a place
of
experience.
experience and heart,
Yeah.
and I want to see you do well, because it's easy for people just to let people go and say, oh, look, he's a young boy, his attitude, look, leave him, he'll learn by himself. No, that's not the right way to go about it, because I didn't have that when I was younger, but he now has me.
100%. Yeah.
So I can help him to an extent. You're still gonna have to want to do it yourself, but I can show you a guideline or try to help you. But some kids are obviously far gone, but the ones that want to listen, you can go far if you want to actually listen. Do you know what I mean?
I definitely want to give you your flowers, man, because as I said, like, obviously we're close, but even some of the things you said today, I never knew, and you've been through a lot, and you've overcome. Like, you've overcome every battle and adversity that you've had. You've overcome, whether it's a manager telling you no, whether you go into another club, whether it's going to jail even. Like, do you get what I mean? These are not things that we should be taking lightly, and you have to get your flowers for it, because, as I said, like, it's made you the man you are today. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I give you your flowers now, because, as I said, like, you've gone through a lot and you've got so much more to give, bro. Like, in football and outside. So don't just think it's in football. Like, it's outside of football that I believe that you're gonna be a blessing to so many, bro. So nah, man, I love it, bro. I love it, man.
Do you know what's crazy about this as well? Is I'm listening to all of this, and at no point have I heard any kind of like aggression or like anger towards the other people that have kind of done you like this. Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's very easy to act on emotion. It's very easy to blame people. And as you've said, the only one time that you kind of slacked, if you will, was when you thought, you know what, like, no, I should be starting. You know what I mean? And somebody had to really give you a kick up the arse, if you will. But like, throughout your whole period, bro, you've just been on you. You get what I'm saying? And bro, please, like, don't you see this episode in particular, bro, like, we've gone off the normal usual format of how we do, but like, I'm so glad that we have, bro.
100%.
Because I think your story just aligns with what we've had. Like, there's usually a structure that we have, but sometimes that structure is not the right way in order. You get what I'm saying? In order for things to work. Do you get what I'm saying?
Of course.
And it's like your journey, bro, your story, brother. Oh, I'm proud of you, man.
No, I appreciate it.
I'm proud of you, bro. And as Miles said, you've got so much other people that you're going to influence just from this story.
100%.
And I can tell that you're going to be the person that a lot of the younger players coming through are going to feel comfortable to speak to when they're going through things mentally. And the fact that you're able to be that person that provide that support, bro, nah, man. Big up you, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm always going to have an ear for the youngsters, because it's like, I've never had that. And I don't think it's you got to always look at, like, why is that person acting like that? Do you know what I mean? Have they had any guidance before? Have they been told to act a certain way, or have they not been told to act a certain way? Do you know what I mean? Like, when youngsters come through, like, when I was young, I used to have my hood up in football and stuff like that. But that's just who
where you come from.
That's
what you know. That's what you know.
No one told me anything. Yeah. But then the manager will see it and then shaft me out because of it. Yeah. But he wouldn't tell me the reason why. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm trying to say, listen, if I see young players, whatever colour you are, black, white, it doesn't matter. Yeah. If I'm seeing you act a certain way, I will never just say, I will never do that. Because that's been done to me when I was young, and I used to make a mistake. First mistake, bam, on you straight away. Yeah. Bam, that's not good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If it's the second or third, I say third, me and was third time. Yeah. Then you say, yo, what's going on? Yeah. But then you're giving it. It's better to give encouragement. Listen, 100%. I know you messed up, but listen, don't worry about it. We move again. Yeah. When you jump on someone the first time, depending what sort of person they are, they can come back at you, and that whole environment's done already.
Yeah. Facts.
It's done already.
100%.
It's done already before anything's even got off the floor. Do you know what I mean?
And just to add to that as well, I think, especially like, for example, like a lot of African and West Indian cultures, right? A lot of the times when we're younger, right, we're just not been allowed to. You speak when you're spoken to, innit, right? And don't look me in my eye like that. Don't look me in the face like that. And then when you go to a professional environment, a football club, and they're talking and you're not giving them eye contact, or you may not be getting involved in the banter and everything like that, they think that, oh no, he's not just settling in with people. And it's like, that's not actually the reason.
That's not the reason.
It's the environment that we've grown up in.
Yeah.
We're not used to being able to get involved in that. So if anything for us, it's like we're trying to show manners to basically say that we're not just going to just jump in.
We're not just jumping in.
And then you're like, okay, so you write off that young person now because you think, okay, nah, he's not going to fit in with everybody. But maybe he just needed that time to feel like, you know, it's okay to do that. It is safe to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's so important for people like yourselves, people like you, Miles, that are going to be in there, because it might be the young African boy that comes in and feels like, oh, raw, like somebody's actually looking after me and somebody's actually taking care of me. It might be the young white boy that's grown up on the estate and he's trying to fit in as well. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like
100%.
he's come to a club where it's like, okay, am I allowed to be with this in this environment? Do you get what I'm saying? So it's so important that, like, you got people like yourselves that are doing it, man. So important.
Yeah.
Before we go, I've got to ask you a question, bro. And we asked it to all the guests. If there was any advice that you could give to somebody that's struggling mentally with their mental health and their well-being, what advice would you give?
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Going through all that you've gone through, what advice would you give?
Because obviously I have to go from the standpoint that someone might not always have God in their life. So, and that's the way obviously I deal with things.
Yeah.
And how, so for the people that do have God in their life, obviously just keep the faith and just know that everything happens for a reason. What you're going through is you're meant to be where you're meant to be at that particular time. Just like my story, I was meant to be everywhere I was meant to be to put me in where I need to be today.
Yeah.
So with the people that do have faith in God, just trusting him, trusting that he's right and he knows best. Do you know what I mean? With God, nothing's impossible.
Amen.
And that's the final thing. With God, nothing's impossible. He's all seeing, all doing, and you are meant to be where you're meant to be. So the people that are struggling, that's got God in their life, just stick to your faith and just keep pushing, keep prevailing. Because, like I said, look what happened to Jesus. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Amen.
So, just to those people that do believe in God, keep pushing, keep believing in your faith, and it will come to fruition. The people that are struggling and don't believe in God, you just have to. It's a hard one, because they're like, if we're without God, who do I have to turn to? Yeah. So then I could say, you have to try and, even if you should find good affirmations in life, just put a positive energy out there. If you're not a believer in God, you're a believer in positive energy, and you know positive energy puts good things out there. So just try and be as positive as possible. I know it might not look good right now, but other people's been in your position and worse. So you just have to look to them, read books, read positive affirmation books, books that do well on your mental, and because there's things out there that can help you with your mental. Do you know what I mean? Books, affirmations of words. Do you know what I mean? The people that don't believe in God, just do that and try your best to, as long as you know yourself deep down, because everyone knows deep down when they're doing wrong and if they're giving your best. If you know yourself, you're giving your best every single time, and you can't do no more, just keep doing it, because as you know, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
Amen.
And that's the motto that you have to go with. Do you know what I mean?
Love that.
All the people that worked hard over the years, people that have massive companies that didn't work at the start. Do you know what I mean? They must have had so many pitching that they said, oh, this, and I got rejected from here. There. Look at those people. They still stay consistent. As long as you stay consistent, you'll get to where you need to be. If you don't stay consistent and you drop off, then you won't be where you need to be. So yeah,
Amen.
that's what I say.
And just to add to the, before we go into anything else, for those that are actually struggling or anything like that, like we've got some numbers across the screen now and some contacts that you can get to. As Inih said, you really have to get to a point where you're like trying to find that positive side of you. So even if it's just talking to somebody, if you can find people an outlet that you can reach out to find that support, I promise you there's so much people out there that actually want to hear from you. They do want to hear you, they do want to support you, they do want you to get to a point where you're out of the place that you are. So I'm just tagging on to what Inih said. Look at the numbers that we've got across the screen, but also as well at the end of the podcast you'll see some numbers as well, some other organizations that can definitely help you. Please do not be alone, and especially where you've heard Inih's story. I know that for a lot of people there's going to be some of you that are going to resonate, that may have lost somebody, and this might be a trigger point, and if it is a trigger point, please make sure you do find that support, because I'll tell you something from now, the thing is that we don't deal with grief quite well, especially as men, and but grief will find you. I heard something that say grief will find you whenever you stop doing what you're doing. Whenever you stop trying to run from what you're doing, grief will turn up and say, are you ready for me now? Do you know what I mean? So for everybody out there that has heard this story and are going through it, please make sure that you do find somebody and you do find that support.
I want to say something as well. For the people that don't believe in God, Jesus loves you too. So
Facts.
just keep that in mind.
There's always someone praying for you, even if you don't believe. There's someone else praying for you, so
just
you're
have
always
that in mind.
covered.
Jesus loves everyone.
You're always covered.
So yeah.
Love that, man. Love that. Listen, bro, thank you so much for the episode today.
Inih, my brother.
This guy.
Come
Listen, but before we leave, we're gonna have a quick game just before we go, because listen, we can't have you here and not get the game going. So literally, what we need to do is Inih, if you get your phone out, Miles, you get your phone out.
This might have to be a quick fire one.
Yeah, it'll be a quick fire. We're all good. We're all good. Right, so I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and then from those 5 questions, answer the 5 questions, and we're going to swap phones.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got your notes, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, cool. Quick fire one, because Julius is looking to kick us out.
Hey, Julius.
All right, cool. First question, right? Ready?
Yeah.
I'll make it easier first. Which team holds the record for the most points in a single Premier League season? Number 1, yeah? Right, number 2. Which Premier League club has never been relegated since the competition's formation in 1992?
Never been relegated?
Yeah, 2 clubs.
Never been relegated?
Yeah, name one of the 2.
One of the 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next question. Which player has won the Premier League with 2 different clubs and also the Champions League?
With 2, the Champions League with 2 different clubs
With
as well?
one club, one of those clubs.
Say the question again.
I'll say the question again. Which player has won the Premier League with 2 different clubs and also won the Champions League with one of those clubs?
Yeah, I know that one.
Hey. I don't know that one's no.
Okay. Who is the first African player to captain a Premier League side? That one's going to mash you lot up. I can't even lie to you, because that would mash me up.
I got it, I think. I'm not sure. But
It can't be.
Right. And the last question. Which non-league club plays at Damson Park, also known as Armco Arena?
Damson Park.
What?
Cool. Swap phones.
I haven't even got. Let me do that third one. 2 Premier League clubs.
No cheating. Swap phones. I've got to remember the order that I did this now.
I've only got 3 answers.
Okay, cool.
I didn't get 5.
Cool. Right. So the first one.
No.
Yeah! Come on!
So the first one. Which team hold the record for the most points in a single Premier League season?
Man City.
Man City.
Yep, perfect. Second question. Which one or 2 teams has not been relegated since the competition's Premier League formation since 1992?
I put Man United. He put Arsenal.
I put Arsenal.
Who did you
I
put?
Man United. You said 2 teams. 2 different teams.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Arsenal and Everton.
Man United's been relegated.
Pardon?
Man United's been relegated.
Yeah, from the whole thing.
What do you mean?
Yes.
From the Premier League, you said?
From the whole thing.
I thought you said the Premier League. You mean from like before it was the Premier League?
Did I say that wrong?
No, you said it wrong, bro.
Well, cool.
It don't
No,
matter.
no,
Don't matter.
You said it wrong.
Yeah, you said it, I said it wrong.
You
Okay,
said
cool.
Premier League.
All right.
That's
All
right,
it's
yeah.
done. Right, next one. What was your answers?
I said Man United.
He
You
said
said,
Man United.
but
No,
I
the
thought
next one for your answers.
he ain't got one.
No, dude. Sunday.
What,
Number 3.
There ain't numbers, bro.
Okay,
what was it? Was it the African captain?
No, which player has won the Premier League with
Twice.
2 different
yeah.
clubs
Okay, I
and
didn't
also
get
the
that
Champions
one.
League?
I didn't put that one.
I put Mahrez.
Morris. No.
Who
No.
is it?
You know what?
It is Mahrez.
No, Morris ain't won the Champions League with
Man City.
He didn't win it with City. No, it's N'Golo Conte.
No, Mahrez won it with City, bro.
What are you talking about?
When did Mahrez leave? He didn't leave before he won it.
Of course
won
he
it.
did.
No, he didn't.
Of course he did.
No, he didn't. He left last season. He's been at.
He didn't leave last season.
He's
He
left
did.
2 seasons, bro.
No, check that. Hey, where's my question master? You're wrong. I'm telling you, you're wrong.
Check that, Julius,
Hey, Julius,
please.
check that.
Check that with Morris
Mahrez
left.
won it with Man City and then left.
didn't.
And then left.
Alright, so what's the question?
Just ask if Morris has won the
Yeah,
Champions
has
League with
Morris
City.
won the Champions League? Mahrez. Morris. Has Morris won the Champions League?
It says here he has gone on to win a further 4 league titles, 1 FA Cup, 2 EFL, and 1 UEFA Champions League.
Thank you! I told you!
Wait a minute.
I know my stuff!
Wait a minute.
I know my stuff!
2022, 2023.
He won and then left. I told you!
You see, this is what happens when you're getting rushed.
Hey.
This is what happens when you're getting rushed.
Question master, today you ain't really
Yeah, this is what happens when you're getting rushed.
Trust me.
Okay, cool. All right,
It's
cool.
not- it's
Signing for Man City in 2018.
Told you!
So when did he leave then?
After that, he won and ducked.
Yeah,
He won and
he
ducked out.
left in 2023.
I told you! I told you this!
Alright, so
Can I get a double win?
The site that put me onto this site is this site that we use is terrible. I'm never using them ever again.
And the last one, what was it?
The African
What was that
first
one?
African player to captain the Premier League side.
I said JJ Okocha.
No, it's Lucas Radaby.
Oh.
There we go. And the last question:
Leeds.
which non-league club plays at Damson Park?
I didn't know that.
Solihull Moors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that
So
one.
did I win that then?
Yeah, of course you won that.
He got Arsenal and Man City.
Yeah, but you got the rest of them.
No, he didn't get
No,
JJ.
because you didn't give me the Man United one.
Yeah, so
because you
you
said
won,
it wrong.
you won 3-2.
Yeah, you won 3-2.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're lucky because, like I say, this
It would have been
this-
2-2.
Yeah, you're lucky. This Chris,
should be
yeah,
2-2
yeah,
from
yeah,
your
yeah,
answers,
for real, for real. But lucky, listen, it's not about me.
Football
You know,
wins, football wins.
This is not about me. This is not about me. This is about the podcast before. But yeah.
Hey, thank you, Julius, for being VAR today.
Yeah, but
because
so it's 2-2 technically.
it
'cause
is 2-2.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
2-2.
saying.
It is 2-2.
But I'm taking it because you.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you can have that one.
I need it.
You need it. Thank you. Listen, Inih, thank you so much again, man, for coming on,
No
bro.
worries.
Like, listen, and there's a lot more that we're gonna be able to do together. Just quickly, can you just briefly just let us know what else you do outside of here? I believe you got a company, you got an organization.
Oh yeah, so I've built a digital ID company. So
Okay.
obviously, it's actually funny enough, I designed this idea
Yeah.
in jail.
Okay.
So obviously, when I was in jail, I said I'm not gonna play football again. Probably when I come out. So I need to think of 10 things that ain't been done before that I can do. I can work on when I come out. And then I wrote down a list, ticked off 9 of those, and this was the last one. So then I started off like doing research while I was in jail, obviously about it. It hasn't been done, getting loads of paperwork done, and then just wrote a business plan.
That's cold.
Wrote a business plan in jail while I was there. I still got the business plan in the shoebox under my
Love
bed,
that,
still
love
that.
under
Yeah.
the bed, still. So when it does come to fruition, I can have the whole blueprint.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's a digital ID company. It's called Tap It ID, and so it's just a way to help people out so they don't stop carrying around their IDs constantly because everyone has everything on their phones nowadays, and so you can leave your ID safe at home, really. and
Wicked.
it stops obviously it's fraud prevention as well. So you know what I mean, like taking people doing fraud on your if they have your actual physical ID, if you find it on the floor, you can obviously do things with people's names and stuff. So it does protect the customer, but obviously helps businesses as well, like clubs, for underage IDs, underage people getting in. It obviously helps the clubs out as well. So it prevents them from having fake IDs come in their place and people that's not meant to be there in there. So
That's dope. Listen, that's dope. Listen, if you want to hear more about that, shout out Inih, man. We'll put his Instagram handle underneath as well. And if you, like I say, if you want to hear more, please make sure that you get in contact. Guys, listen, this has been a great episode, sick episode. Thank you for your time once again, man. We really appreciate you, bro.
Thank you very much.
I'm proud of you, man.
No, I appreciate it.
Proud of
you,
you,
man.
bro.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So yeah, people, if you want to get in contact with us, the email addresses, you know where we're at, and obviously, like I say, if you need that support, you need that help, then please make sure that you reach out to our providers that we've got there. And also, if you can't get through to any of them, or you want a place to go, feel free to get in contact with us, and we'll show you the right places to go, man. Yeah. I'm Kerry Phillips.
I'm Miles Weston,
and this is the Set Piece Podcast. Thank you. If you've been affected by anything discussed in this episode, we encourage you to seek support. Visit our mental health resources page at www.thesetpiecepodcast.com for help, guidance, and more information. Because when it comes to mental health, every mind deserves extra time.